Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. JPEG, 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 Look like I know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
What a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Goddamn hot dog. Goddamn hot dog. Goddamn hot dog. I just want a picture of a. I just want a picture of a. Look like I know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Like I know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Look like I know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Look like I know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Everybody get up,
Jeez.
it's time to slam now. We got a real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance to go dance at the Space Jam.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Let's crash the stream.
Can't believe it, guys. Christmas. Just a week away. Christmas is in a week. Woohoo! I am so happy about this information. Christmas, just a week away. Oh, wow. Can you believe it? Christmas, just in a week. It got here so fast. Christmas, just a...
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. JPEG. 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 JPEG, 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 JPEG. I look like I know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
What the JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Do I look like I know what the JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Do I look like I know what the JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Goddamn hot dog. Goddamn hot dog. Goddamn, 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 goddamn hot dog. I just want a picture of a. I just want a picture of a. Goddamn hot dog. Do I look like I know what the JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Number 15. Twitch TV Pink Squid. The last thing you'd want in your Twitch TV channel is a pink squid, but as it turns out, that might be what you get.
That might be what you get indeed. Welcome on in, everyone. Iggy Maid, thank you very much for the raid. Let me get you a shout out. My guest today and creative author and game designer is... I have to check my notes, hold on. Barge Spas King.
Yes, it's me, Bort.
There we go. There's a shout out for Iggy. Iggy, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate that. Thank you for helping support George and their
all
game.
the perils your
With a raid
friends
today.
faced and the labours we undertook to
Thank you,
return them to
thank
your
you.
world, you've brought another soul across the rift.
And Uzi, thank you
know
for
common
challenging
sense.
Iggy to do the raid. I appreciate that too.
Nope.
Yes, it is the bad train game. So, apparently I had to capture this in a window capture. Because OBS do not like Chromium-based games.
Well,
do
you
not
could
like
always have opened up the Firefox web version.
Yeah,
and,
I decided to go with EXE because it's the first one I downloaded.
Both work.
Okay, so first off, this game has some caution warnings.
Oh god, yes.
Yep. Okay, so I've put in the caution warnings if you need them at any point, and we're going to do them periodically throughout the stream. Suicidal ideation, allusions to alcoholism, death, mental illness, dysphoria, self-harm, violence, murder, classism, and existential dread.
Now, I'll be clear. Most of these are things you could encounter in a run. There's only, like, a couple of bits on each of them, really, except for the existential dread. That's everywhere.
That's everywhere, okay.
That's absolutely everywhere.
That just permeates the product. It's all encompassing.
Absolutely. Yes, that's just everywhere.
Okay. There we go. All right. So, before we actually get into the game, why don't you tell us a little bit about its development process and what sort of thing you were trying to, like, you know, in general, what were you trying to make with it? Because I'm going into this, first off, I'm going to let everybody know, I've loaded this game up just enough to make sure that I can stream it, it's going to be fine, and that it will work. I'm going in mostly blind, so, George, take it away.
Well, okay. So, development of this game started, like, 4 or 5 years ago. I was still working at the time in retail, which
Train retail
And-
or regular retail?
Hmm?
Train retail or regular retail?
I was working for one of the worst companies in Britain.
Oh, Tories?
I mean, no, but the people running it probably were. But that's probably most businesses, to be honest.
Yeah.
So,
The Goblin Burrows, thank you for touching the beacon. Welcome on in.
I was in a bit of a thoughtful mood, as it were. But I was actually originally making a completely different game.
Okay.
Which I still haven't made and might get back to someday, which I tentatively named the Dying Alone in Space RPG.
Oh. So, okay. So,
But,
gotcha.
But that ended up, I was thinking, God, this is going to take a long time. So I'm going to make I'm going to go make a choose your own adventure game, because I had experience doing that before. So I thought, yeah, I could do that pretty quickly. That turned out to be wrong.
Okay, I have a question for you about developing a choose your own adventure game.
Yes.
Did you do it all digitally, or did you have 10,000 index cards?
Oh, God. I did it all digitally.
Okay.
But this was after I learned from the earlier game I'd made as part of my university degree, which I planned it out all on paper.
Oh boy.
And then it massively expanded beyond its scope, and I had to redraw everything. So I learned that I didn't want to do that the next time.
That was not great.
No, it was not great. I was happy with the end result. It was just a bit of a ball ache. Now, with that one, I'd knocked it out in 6 days, and was like, yeah, I could do something quickly. So this one took 5 years.
Gosh, that's a while.
On and off, mental health and all that.
Right. So this wasn't you slaving away 8 hours a day every day for 5 years.
God, no. It was me trying to,
Okay.
but not really succeeding. And then the last 2 of it was mostly bug fixing and testing.
Okay.
So what this originally was going to be sort of a small little thing about bowing to authority.
Mm-hmm.
But as I went through it, as I was doing it, I realized there was a path that I hadn't explored, which was self-realization.
Okay.
So there's a section of the game you can clearly tell is without that.
Gotcha.
And I kept that all in, because I think that's an interesting
Would that
route
be in
in
the
its own.
earlier? Would that's probably going to show up more in the earlier phases?
There is a distinct point where you will flip from one side of that game to the other.
Okay.
It will be quite clear when you do.
Okay.
But the other side ended up being about exploring what it is to be alive.
Okay. So this is probably going to be some deep shit today. Gotcha.
Yeah, a lot of this is me being kind of an amateur philosopher, though I have studied philosophy.
Right.
Because I had to, as part of my degree, when I was doing artificial intelligence.
Okay.
That should be a standard part of all artificial intelligence courses.
Well,
But,
ethics too, really.
Yeah, ethics and philosophy should be a part of it.
Those sound like
And it
those are
was for
probably
me.
important parts that
So-
some people leave out.
Yeah, and it was important, at least in the courses I did.
Okay.
So this is me. The whole thing is, this is me talking about living in Britain.
Okay. Ooh,
This
so
is
a
this
hellscape.
game. Yes, yes, this is it.
Okay.
And if you will notice, you will see a bit there called credits. You know, there's been this whole business recently about not crediting people in games.
Let's go ahead and look at the credits
And I
then.
have, in fact, credited everyone and everything.
Who
because
is Alex Shambrook?
a friend of mine.
Okay. So they just went through and just checked it for spelling and
They,
things?
they went through, yeah, and
Quality Assurance by Bad Space King, Alex Shambrook. Chaotic Awesome.
Yep, CA did some sterling work near the end of the development of this game.
Very cool. And then Rob with a last name I can't pronounce.
Oh, Pedophar.
Pedfar.
Yeah, that's somebody else who you do know, but I'm not sure they're wanting to connect that identity to their.
Oh, I
VTuber
automatically
identity.
know who this is now. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Is it our same goofy friend?
It's a goofy. Yes, it is.
Okay. Do they like goggles?
Yeah,
Okay.
they do.
Then I know what you're talking about.
And then
Okay.
I credited everywhere that I used things for that needed
So
to be
resources,
credited.
fonts. So this is built in something called Twine. Okay.
Yep, this is built in the Twine game engine. Some of it will not look like it was. Because
Okay.
I did stuff.
Okay, so like a lot of like behind the scenes reconfiguring
I
and
did
stuff.
I did some fucky shit to the engine in some
I'm
parts
about
of
to
this
say,
game.
like, is this gonna do stuff that you would not expect to see in Twine?
Some of it, yes.
Nice. Very cool. All right, hold on. Let's go down to special thanks. My fellow impoverished friends, my immediate family for supporting me while I made this, the fucked up society we live in, fast food couriers, and Rev, Wendy, Audrey, OBE? Or not Wendy, Rev W.
Reverend
Audrey.
W. Audrey.
Audrey.
Yeah.
OBE? What's OBE?
It's an award given by the royalty.
Oh, okay. Are they a knight?
No.
Okay.
Then there would be Sir Reverend W.
Gotcha.
Audrey.
Okay.
Yes, the guy who created Thomas the Tank Engine is definitely related to what this game has ended up being.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So just as a reminder, credit everyone.
Yeah, it's important. It's a good thing to do. Let me go ahead and go back.
Yeah.
So
There
this
are
train
multiple-
is going to
Yeah.
crash. A
Yeah.
game by
Now,
Bad
there's
Space
no-
King.
Yeah, there's no sounds yet, but there's a nice little thing that you may not notice on multiple you would only notice on multiple playthroughs.
Mm-hmm.
You see that little note there, a game about a train that's going to crash.
Yeah, a game about a train
That
that's going...
randomizes each time you play.
Oh, okay.
There's a selection of things it can be.
Help. Help. A game about a train that's going to
There's
crash.
multiple things, but some are more likely than others.
You don't have to worry. You're perfectly safe. Life is exhausting. True. Fucking mood. Game is... Okay, we're going to stick with the game is about a train that is going to crash. So, I'm going to have a alert because of the CW studio ideation. My therapist doesn't like it when I read that sort of stuff. Bad Space King, if you could give a short summary in my DMs of somewhere that minimalizing that aspect, it would be nice, but you don't have to. I know it's a bother. That's from Sunpraiser, so if you want to talk to
Okay.
Sunpraiser about it after.
Yep, that's fine. It is a theme that pops up in a couple of the routes. Because,
So how big is this? Now, I think you had mentioned it's 26,000
I said it was
words.
26,000 words, which honestly actually is rather small for this kind of game,
Mhm.
but it was the right amount for what I was trying to do.
Okay.
Like, I'd finished, I looked at it and I went, I don't want to make this any bigger. This is
This
what
is
I want it
good.
to be.
Was it a hard point in which deciding when you were finished? Because like a choose your own adventure game has multiple endings. Was there a point in which you were
Yes.
just satisfied, or do you feel like you wanted to add a little more? Like how was
There
it
were
picking?
multiple
Like when
points
you
during there were multiple points during the development where I felt that, and then I made more, and then there was a point where I went, these are all the routes I want to do,
Mhm.
and then I went and I did them, and then I looked at it and went, yeah, actually, I'm pretty satisfied with
Okay.
that. That's what I want it to be.
Okay. So this is
and
your
here it
magnum
is.
opus, the greatest thing you will ever create.
Please don't say that. I want to make better things than this.
Okay. So this is currently your magnum opus.
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, it is the best thing I have made.
Okay. All right, let's get into it. So we're going to do different readings. I'm not sure like who should read what Do we just
Yeah,
want to like alternate pages, or
It's mostly through a second-person perspective.
okay?
So we might have to alternate, but there are some parts that have dialogue that with other people that we could.
Okay. When I find a part that
decide
has
on.
dialogue, I will stop reading, and that's where your cue to pick it up, and do whatever voice you feel is appropriate for that situation. Because you're the creator, you have a better idea.
That's fair enough. I will bow to you for now.
Okay. So this train is going to. Now, is this just a railway signal?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a railway signal for you must stop now.
Okay. All right. Let's begin. Oh. Okay. I want to make sure that everybody else can hear that. You guys hear like train clatter in the background, right? 'Cause I'm not sure if window capture will pick it up. Can everybody else hear that? Oh, thank you for the sippy. Okay, a low droning. Perfect. Okay, you hear train sounds and the click clack. Okay.
Yeah,
The summer-
that'll be heard pretty much most of the way through.
Okay. It is a sunny mid-morning in the English countryside. A single gleaming railroad ahead before you, surrounded by open fields. Technically, there's another railroad next to you, but no matter. You aren't on it, so it may as well not exist. You are a locomotive, currently part of a passenger service between Portsmouth Harbor and Bristol. You are traveling at around 80 miles per hour. Oh no, it's a fucking word problem. Which would normally be fine. Which would normally be fine. The problem is that you should be slowing down for an upcoming turn.
Just a week away. Christmas is in a week.
Waiting for the pop-up to go away.
The week away.
1 week away.
Christmas,
Just a week away.
Oh, wow.
Christmas.
Just a week away.
Can you believe it? Christmas, just in a week. It got here so fast. Christmas, just a
Okay, the problem is that you should be slowing down for an upcoming turn, but you aren't for reasons you do not know. There may be something not right here. And then we have 4 options. Check on the
We actually have
driver.
5.
Wait, do we?
Yeah.
Oh, passengers. Is this another option?
That is an option. You can click it.
Is it the same as this option?
No, it isn't.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'll give you a note for play purposes.
Mhm.
The ones that tend to be hidden in the text
Mm-hmm.
are usually like side notes.
Okay.
You'd read it and then you'd go back to where you are.
Okay, so it's going to give me a little more information about what's happening.
Yeah, it'll
Okay.
give you a bit more about what's going on.
Let's click that then. Passengers are little tiny creatures that constantly leave and enter you whenever you stop at stations. They are most often timid, shy animals and pay each other no mind. Some are more rambunctious and make a mess of your insides, and sometimes other passengers. Your crew and other crew-like organisms repair what is damaged and clean up what is left behind by these rarer passengers. There are many outward similarities between passengers and crew, but their behavior makes a notable distinct. Makes them notably distinct. All right. So, I'm gonna start at the top. Let's check on our driver.
Okay, let's have a look at our driver.
Your driver, who usually refers to you as Big Girl, which is an assumption you'd rather they didn't make, is present in your cab, but not moving. You can sense them sitting in their chair, but they do not seem to be operating your controls. Okay. I'm gonna check the track first. You've been doing this for a while and are quite familiar with how rails feel, and can get some idea of what you are heading towards. Everything else slips away as you focus on feeling the vibrations of the track as you travel. You feel it reverberate through your very being. It's almost relaxing. ... Ellipses. You drift back to full awareness. In the past, you've been able to detect when vehicles are driving over a level crossing, or when a distant train ahead is on your line. So you are fairly sure you detect if points were jammed or incorrectly set. There was an obstruction or sorry. It's a lot of reading today.
It will be, yeah.
Yeah. Points were jammed or incorrectly set. There was an obstruction or, heaven forbid, the line ahead was broken. As far as you can perceive, there's nothing wrong with the route ahead. Alright, so we've already checked our driver, who I think is probably dead. Check on the passengers. Let me back up a little bit so I can actually read this a little easier. There we go.
Mm.
As far as you can tell, the passenger coaches are coupled to you, so you aren't going faster due to an unexpectedly lighter load. Beyond that, you aren't sure. The train definitely stopped at stations along the way, so unless they've got you on one of those ghost services, which are very unlikely on a well-used route like this, you can make a reasonable assumption that you have passengers. No one has pulled an emergency signal. You would have noticed that. That's fair, as this is not yet an emergency. Might be soon, though. Okay. Attempt to use trains. A tonoi is like an intercom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like an older
It's actually
fashioned word.
It's actually a specific brand of them, but
Okay.
it was very, very common for a long time.
I heard
So
the only time I've heard
originally-
tonoi being used
I
was like on
wanted
World War II and I ships. Like the tonoi system on the ship broadcasting. It's the only time I've really heard it, but neat.
Yeah, like I tried to keep things fairly sort of timeless,
Okay.
so you could. I made no like overt mentions of very specific things.
So nobody's gonna
But-
drop their smartphone in this.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not happening.
Okay, attempt to alert the driver. You have an array of signals and alerts that you can display. An emergency light, your horn, various dials and gauges you can attempt to use to attract your driver's attention. Unfortunately, you are a locomotive. This prevents you from deliberately manipulating your systems due to being an inanimate object. Wait, how am I even thinking this? You shouldn't be doing this. You don't have the capacity for independent thought, yet you have done so. Choices are yours to make, despite a decision that should make you incapable of it. You were designed and built as a simple machine to take instructions and perform them with no error or alteration. Yet, you are aware of this, and you are able to think about it and presumably come to your own conclusions. Therefore, let's check out the simple machine. Like, shit, we exist. Fuck! I can kind of feel the existential dread of that, like, oh no, I'm here.
Yeah,
Well, you are actually quite a complicated machine. You often quietly take pride in that fact. Do I? I guess I do. You are. Therefore, you are. This is big, huge, mega colossal large, gigamass. You're rambling. You are able to ramble. You can be described as doing a rambly thing. On second thought, no. That sounds incorrect and also stupid. I want to check this out right now.
Yeah.
Thought. You have thoughts. It's kind of obvious now that you're aware of your ability to think about it and use that awareness to think about thinking about it. You've been considering yourself and your environment for a while now. And if being aware of those things and being able to make decisions and have opinions on them requires you to have what can be described as a self, then you do. Furthermore, you clearly have had knowledge about things not directly related to you operating as designed. You remember things from before the current moment. In fact, you remember quite a bit, but most of it from your earlier existence is a bit fuzzy. You recall enough to remember the important bits, like the lines you've been on, how the rails feel, and what that means. Your various drivers over the years and varying quality of sheds you've been stored. Language? You know language. Why do you know language? You weren't built to understand language. Where did you get it from? Your electrical systems only understand on and off. Never mind your mechanical systems. This is very confusing. Even though, so much to think about. How do you know any of this? No, hold on. There are more immediate problems. Okay, George, you know what this is immediately giving me? Like, sort of impressions from? Like, just this,
Yeah.
this just the part that we've gone through. I feel like I'm a whale and there's a bowl of petunias just next to me.
I mean, I won't deny that a lot of that I have read Douglas Adams from an early age.
Like, that is definitely the vibes I'm getting right here. Like, hey, I wonder if the ground will be my friend.
Yes, that is. I mean, I said not consciously aware of that scene while writing this, but
Listen,
there's a factor. There's a element of that.
Listen. Like, when we read stuff, it leaves indelible little marks in our brains and our psyches, especially things that we liked or that resonated with us. Douglas Adams and Terry Pratchett have done that to me in innumerable ways. Like, a lot. And, like...
One of these days, I'm going to have to show you the Doctor Who stories that Douglas Adams did.
Oh, yeah, I know that he did a few of them, right?
He did. He was script editor for a time, but he also actually directly wrote 3 of them.
Oh, that's fucking cool. I know he did other sci-fi shows as well, if I recall.
Yes. Yeah, he did some stuff here, lots of stuff here and there. But yeah, no, I should show you those, especially because I consider them some of the best that were ever made.
Okay, Mantle says, if Frosty the Snowman had an existential crisis and rode his sled off a cliff to avoid his impending doom of the coming spring. Jesus Christ.
Yes, there might be a route sort of like that somewhere in here.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad that your heart just fluttered in Nix. I'm glad you like that. Okay, so we've got some choices. We have 3 choices ahead of us, like, right now.
You do. And they will go to quite different places.
And, like, we really have to, like, No, hold on. There are more immediate problems. How do you know any of this? Exciting, though. So much to think about. Like,
so, are you more excited about the fact that you know things, more curious about why you know things, or still going, wait a minute, there's still something wrong?
Exactly. Okay, Jan, welcome on in. Thank you very much for being here today. We are playing Bad Space King's game. This train is going to crash. It is a choose-your-own-adventure, but it does have some caution warnings. Yes, you should be concerned, a little bit. Thank you, the very last, Lardine. I appreciate you doing that, because I was about to bring it up. This game does contain suicidal ideation, allusions to alcoholism, death, mental illness, dysphoria, self-harm, violence, murder, classism, and existential dread. If any of those are a little too rough for you, I can recommend other streamers who are live right now that you could go and watch. So, if any of that gets a little bit too real or a little bit too... Fuck you, phone.
Fuck you, phone.
If any of that gets a little too real for you, let us know. Alright.
Yeah.
No, hold on. There are more immediate problems.
Okay, let's go there.
This isn't okay, alright. This isn't the time to get lost in a spiraling breakdown caused by an identity crisis and unsolvable queries of metaphysics. You've still got a problem. One that deliberating over your newfound status as a living being could end up with the status no longer being accurate. With that status no longer being accurate. You are speeding towards an upcoming curve and are showing no signs of slowing down or stopping. All automatic emergency measures appear to have failed. You aren't noticing anyone aboard, obviously doing something about it. You are now self-aware, and you may make a significant difference in anything. Hold on. You are now self-aware, and that may make a significant difference in anything you do to help the situation. It is possible you could now exert some control over yourself, but since you've never done that before, you don't know where or how to start. Since your actions may be limited, you must prioritize. What is the number one issue to be solved? The unresponsive driver or the lack of control? Okay, so I feel like our driver has failed, or possibly has unalived, so we're gonna go with lack of control. As you see it, your real problem is your current lack of knowing how to. Anything at all. At least you're hoping it's a lack of knowing, and not just a total inability. If it's the latter, you don't have a hope. Anyway, so you may as well ignore the horrible possibility. Feel positive, you can do it, whatever it is. Feeling how fast you are traveling, you don't think you... Congratulations on being first, CA. Oh, by the way, CA, your name's in the credits. You's in the credits, CA, for a quality assurance tester. Where were we? Feel positive, you can do it, whatever it is. Feeling how fast you're traveling, you don't think you have a lot of time to attempt anything. You've probably only got one shot, so you'd best make it the best shot you can do. Unfortunately, you have to make a decision immediately, so you don't really have time to consider. Shame about that. Cut the power to the wheels, apply the brakes. I'm gonna go with apply the brakes.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Oh shit, we have stats?
Congratulations, you found one of the I had to fuck with twine sections.
Oh boy,
to
we
make
have
it
stats.
work.
Oh, Wolfie, thank you for touching the beacon. I appreciate that. Welcome on in.
Yeah, this is one of the bits where I had to make twine behave in ways it's not meant to do.
Wait, hold on. Nyx the Bandit. That's my second favorite kind of dread, right behind, or right after the Dread Pirate Roberts. Time to play Cookie Clicker. Oh boy. You
Yeah.
have to stop. Engage your
it's
brakes.
not wrong.
You have to stop. Engage your brakes. It'll be rough and people will get hurt, but that's far better than almost certain death of a high-speed derailing. You've got to do it. Only you can save yourself and everyone aboard you. You have a will, and it's time to use it. You ready yourself for the greatest struggle of your life. Self-control. 0 points, 0%. You can do it. Automate it, minus 10 willpower. Divert power, minus 100 willpower. Overdrive, minus 1,000 willpower. Narrow it down, minus 100,000 willpower.
Yes.
I
Go!
fuck. I would worry about this idea cutting power to wheels might make it so that wheels cannot be stopped. Scalloping brakes might make more sense. I don't know. I'm not a train engineer, especially not a living train. Yeah, Helicard, who is, right? I guess Thomas, actually. The tank engine.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start with you can do it. Like, first we need to be positive.
Yeah.
1 point. Cool.
Yes.
Well, let's jump up. I'm getting a little more panicky. All right, come on. It's not rocket surgery. Divert power.
You don't have enough.
Okay, all right. We'll automate it then.
You don't have enough.
I can do it? Oh, uh-oh.
Yes, keep going.
Uh-oh.
No.
Fuck. Shit.
More text.
This is harder than you thought. You need to find out another way around this. Maybe. Hold on. You're a machine. Therefore, much of you runs on automation. Maybe you can hijack parts of yourself to help you. You feel around inside. Yes. You think you can do it. It will set you back a bit, but the gain should be more than make up for it. I guess automate it now?
Yeah. Press that.
Oh no! It's it's going up by itself. Can I do it
Yes.
along with?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Congratulations. You have found the clicker game route.
Is it still going up by itself? Okay, good.
It is.
Good.
It is, and it will still do that.
I'm a little worried that we're not even at 1% yet.
Yes. Isn't that fun?
Maybe it'll change at 100.
You can. We got more things.
Oh no, it worked, but not enough. You haven't the time to let it build up at this rate. You need more. The power to will this is within you. So why couldn't you use actual power? You have power throughout your body, so you can surely will it to power something else. It'll take more out of you, but you have to act now. Divert that power. Okay, cool. Automate it. Yep. And then we can do it.
Yeah. You can keep stacking those on.
Can I divert more power?
Yeah. Well, as soon as you got the willpower to do it.
Oh no. Oh, so I have refreshing pools. Why isn't it at 1% yet?
It isn't. No, it's not.
Okay. Divert more power, please. Automate it, and let's keep doing it. Surely it'll change at 500 or 1,000, right? Has to be one of... No. Fuck. Okay. Come on, we can do it.
It's building. It's building.
Okay, 1,000. Uh-oh. Getting hot. All this power is heating up your components. Well, if you break, that will also solve the problem. It would hurt really bad. You would try to imagine your red-hot insides searing your body as they overheat from work you're putting them through. But you're starting to experience it for real, so you don't have to imagine it. Oh, cool. Good. Great. Awesome. You're not sure if that's better or worse, but you won't let crippling pain and possibly melting your eternals stop you from achieving success. Force it even harder. Overdrive! Okay, cool. Divert power, automate, and we can do it. I need to be able to see. Okay, surely this will click over at like 5,000, right? Right? More
Yeah,
overdrive.
sure.
Oh no, it's going down!
Yeah, it goes down when you press
Oh shit.
the things.
Okay.
This is what you're spending.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
We reached we're at 1%.
You're at 1%.
We're 1% of the way there. This is technically working. Okay. Divert more power. Okay. Automate it. Okay. Okay, we're at
Hank
2.
is for sure going to crash this train.
I'm not gonna crash this train. We can do it. Look how far we're going. We're at 2%. That's like 2% of the way there.
Helipad is quite right. You can do it is still providing 1 point.
Yep.
That's all it provides.
We clicking. We getting there. We're at 3% already. We're clearly going to stop this in time. Maybe. But
Yeah,
hey,
I mean-
if we don't, we probably won't have to think about it anymore. 4%. There we go. Eh. Eh. We're at 5 whole %. It's so close.
The option below overdrive is narrow it down, which you need 100,000 willpower for.
Wait, are the points my willpower?
Yes.
Oh.
That's what you're spending.
Okay.
But, you know, it then will give you more. That is a clicker game.
7%.
Hank,
Went
this
down a little
feels
bit.
like toxic rise and grind culture.
It does feel a little bit like I'm in a grind set right now. Fuck.
Yeah, what a big shock. What possibly could I have been getting at with
Okay,
this?
we're almost there. We're at 10%. You felt something give. It was extremely painful, but now you can access more of yourself. You're getting there. In fact, you're pretty sure you know roughly where the bits you're hoping to seize control of are now, and you can push some of your power to those parts. You're doing it. And not too soon. The curve is awfully close. There's so little time. Blast! Why did they have to make it so complicated? And why don't you already know what part of you is what? It would definitely help right now if you did. Okay, we're gonna narrow it down. That's a huge point thing, but... There we go. Okay. Can I make this window bigger? I can. There we go.
You absolutely can. I just had to set the window to be a minimum size.
Right.
12%.
So
that because this is designed to just be used in web browsers, but I decided I wanted a packaged .exe version.
Gotcha.
But then I couldn't I couldn't guarantee the size of anything, so I forced a minimum size
Gotcha.
when the window opens. It's only a problem if you have a shitpile computer from 20 years ago.
Hey, we're almost to 20%. We're doing great. Maybe.
Yeah, you're doing fine. You're doing fine.
Oh shit, we're down to 7. But we're climbing up
but
faster.
it's climbing up faster because you're spending those points on the...
There we go. Okay. Yeah, look, we're searching for that inner being. We're doing it. Oh, we're jumping up we're jumping up by 2s now. There we go. Yeah. Just a little we can do it's in there too, just to help. Oh yeah, we're doing it. Oh, we're gonna make it. Clearly, we're going to be fine. Everything's fine. Just let it take its course now. Everything's good. There we go. We're at 35, 37, 39, 41, 53. Oh, perfect. Like, we're so there. Let's just give it a couple extra. Okay, that was a little bit of a setback, but that's okay. That's fine.
You'll build it up again.
There we go. Little 10-point upgrades. There we go. A little bit of a setback, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, we can relax. We're there. We're 90. 92, 95, 98, 100. Uh-oh. You got it. The curve is right there. Do it now. Hammer until it works this time.
Yeah, just go. Just hammer it.
I'm hammering. Clicky, clicky, clicky.
Click.
What? Did we survive?
Well,
I hear noise. I'm not sure if that's a good train noise. That sounds whistles. Okay, if it's whistling, we're okay, right? 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 Sound of some grinding wheels and some clunks.
congratulations, that you've had your first death.
Oh, we did not survive, huh?
No, you didn't.
Okay. Well, time to get back on the train again, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you can restart, or you can literally zip back through your timeline, make a different decision.
We're gonna restart.
Helica, that is actually audio of a train crash.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
So start. We're gonna check on the driver again. Okay. Big girl, which is an assumption you'd rather they didn't make. Okay. Let's check the passengers this time. So coupled to you, yep. Beyond that, you aren't sure. The train generally stopped at stations along the way, so unless you've got... Okay. We don't. Okay, check the track.
Yep. That's...
For a while now, cope them with how the rails feel. Let's try to use the train's to noise system this time.
Okay, it's time for me to flex my pipes.
Oh boy.
Okay.
The train you are part of contains a to-noise system that allows the driver and the guard to make announcements to the passengers. You've felt the electrical impulses move through your wires in the past. Messages have specific patterns that you felt repeatedly over your working life. Oh, did you see it? Did you see it, chat? Of your working life. Long enough to, for you to have identified certain oft-repeated words and phrases. It's just a matter of activating the circuit that turns... Thanks, Zixky. Hi, Cookie. Welcome on in. It's just a matter of activating the circuit that turns it on, and using what words you can reproduce to make a message. Maybe someone will hear you who can find out what's happening? What should you say? We are sorry to announce, this is the driver to all passengers.
So,
good evening.
This section has so many... This was such a horrible spider web, this section.
Oh boy, like just writing it out was like a real kind of naughty
just getting
mess.
this one out, just getting this entire chapter, section, it's huge.
Okay.
And it's just for this.
Okay. Alright, so we are sorry to announce. I feel that's one that you hear on probably British trains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The next station will be... You should be ready to depart. The gap between the train... Okay, the next station will be... Delayed due to... Driver.
We are sorry to announce the next section will be delayed due to driver.
Well, that isn't entirely wrong. The driver doesn't seem to be reacting properly to the situation, and that could cause a delay. You attempt to transmit your cobbled together message. Hold on. Nothing happens. No electrical impulses surge through the wires, delivering no message. As far as you can tell, the system is operational. You just have no control over it. Oh, you'd forgotten that you're an inanimate object incapable of thought and actions. A locomotive cannot independently manipulate its systems. That makes sense. It's a wonder you hadn't remembered that earlier. Wait, how
we're
am
back
I
at
even
this decision again.
Oh, I'm gonna go O this time. Oh.
Okay.
Given that you just remember there are no actual options available to you other than that which you have been designed and built to do, and only in ways you are that are allowable by your rigidly defined electronics and mechanisms. Mechanics. Some are automated, and some require the action of outside forces, such as the driver. You are currently not receiving instructions from your driver, so you are only permitted automated and triggered actions. You have rules, and those rules cannot be disobeyed. Mental, will you do exclamation CW? Because yeah, I think Gim's right. They're starting to flow in here. Raptor Magpie, welcome on in. Thank you, Raiders. Thank you, Raptor Magpie. Welcome on in. My name is Pank. I'm a little pink squid on the internet, and normally on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we vote for what games we're going to play over in the Discord. But today, we're playing a game made by one of my friends. We've only ever done that once before, and that was with Endless Dark, with Cool Guy and Mayans as one of the writers. Today, it is This Train is Going to Crash by, let me check my notes. Gorge.
Yes. Me.
By Bad Space King. So this is Bad Space King's Choose Your Own Adventure game. This train is going to crash.
Pokemon!
And can we get an exclamation at CW, please? For the caution warning list again, which we will read. Caution warning: suicidal ideation, allusions to alcoholism, death, mental illness, dysphoria, self-harm, violence, murder, classism, and, of course, the ever-present and always there, existential dread. Which I'm starting to feel a bit. Yeah, it's there. So, you have rules, and those rules cannot be disobeyed. Follow the rules? Wait a second. That's absurd. You've been making decisions this whole time. You're an engine, by definition an inanimate, unthinking mechanical device, but still, you are choosing. You cannot deny your own mind, no matter if it does not match the nature of your being. You are aware of yourself and can perceive aspects of your environment. You do not simply act according to what you are instructed. You are aware that there are instructions and can disagree with them. Much like you are currently... Saridoodle, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. Much like you are currently disagreeing with your driver's lack of action in regards to the potential upcoming incident. Choose an option. Choice and opinion imply you are more than a mere machine. You are.
Oh, we're back here again.
We've looped around. This is big, huge, mega colossal large, gigamass. You're rambling. So we're having we're coming to the realization that we're a thing. So
we're back here again.
Okay. No, hold on. There are more immediate problems. But you know what? No. There is no more immediate problem than understanding what we are. How do I know any of this? There's so much you seem to be aware of, but little to none of it is to do with things you have directly experienced. You have personal recollection of your own observations and feelings. You know railroads you've worked on. You know the different speeds, vertical grades, and curves you feel. You've transmitted announcements by the crew over the Tannoy system, so you have heard many words. Hold on. You've heard your driver. You remember hearing their discussions. How did you hear this? The microphone in your cab wouldn't have been on, so you wouldn't have had any way to hear him. Are you sensing sound in some other way? Perhaps you are more complex than you previously believed. Are there parts of you that you cannot sense? You can't discount that possibility. Just because someone cannot feel a limb does not mean it's not there. You might have parts of you justifying your apparent awareness and unusual knowledge. Okay. So we're definitely exploring some deep train thoughts. Perhaps you were built with additional knowledge. Perhaps you were built to learn. Perhaps this is a miracle. So let's go with... Listen, that curve's getting real close, right, BSK? Like, it's fucking literally around the corner, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no problems to worry about.
I think maybe let's try appeals to the divine. This is a miracle. There doesn't seem to be an explanation for your consciousness, and inexplicably, knowledge of things beyond your senses, let alone actually having senses not directly related to your component parts. Perhaps there is something greater at work, or a massive coincidence that allowed something wonderful to occur? Does it matter which it is? Yeah, sure it matters. It matters to you if you were created with a purpose beyond being a means of transporting people and goods. If that was all you were, your builders would not have made you this way. Made you this way. You are alive for a reason. You just have to find out what it is. You're a locomotive. You are part of a passenger service, but not for a specific route. As you have in the past been active on different lines, you were built by humans. These tasks do not require you to possess a personality and will of your own. There is nothing in what you know about yourself that permits your cognizance. You can't deny its existence, as you are able to question whether it does. The very question proves it. With that in mind, the question becomes, are you some freak occurrence, or is your ability to think for yourself a deliberate part of your design? Chugga chugga choo choo. Trains. A freak occurrence, deliberate design. There's no answer to this question. It might not be possible to analyze this from your perspective. All you have to go on are your own memories, your senses, and what knowledge you seem to intuit. Still unsure about where any of that came from, there are too many unknowns. Trying to work this out right now is possibly doing too much too fast. You are alive, and as you are made of inorganic materials, which we'll come back and click on, you likely will be for some time. Philosophy can wait for now. Contemplate the cobwebs in the shed, the hooting of owls at night, and the stillness of the air during the tranquil rest. Right now, you are an engine attached to a train, and you are on the job. Not that you have much input on the job, but you may as well be attentive. Basic professionalism. Going quite a bit, going a quick bit towards this turn ahead. Yeah, we sure are. Let's read inorganic materials. You are much unlike the undulating flesh sacks. Thanks for that. Thanks for that description there, BSK. Appreciate that.
From the perspective of a train, that's what you are.
Yeah, undulating flesh sacks, you call your crew. A titanic beast of mechanical precision is what you are. There are no hard feelings towards those aboard you for being inferior. They can't help being made of continually decaying soft meat. You suppose it is the duty of a parent to make a child better than they are. If you were ever in a position of procreation, you would hope your offspring would be far superior to your currently excellent construction. In short, engine big, strong, live long. Humans, not so much. Okay. Maybe try to do something about that. We could just see what happens. Maybe if we just let it happen, everything will be okay, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Right?
Maybe everything will be fine.
Like, sometimes if you just do nothing, right? Yes, it is the duty of a parent to remove the child's flesh and replace it with the certainty of steel. Correct.
Ah, yes. Yes. Bring them the purity of the machine.
Alright. Maybe try doing something about that again. No, you know what? Let's... Chat, what should I do? Should I try to do something about it, or we'll just see what happens? The first 3 answers decides it. First 3 answers in chat will decide our actions. Waitin'. Okay, we got 1 for waitin'. From Mouse Plays Games. We got 1 for wait. Just let it happen. 2, observe.
We've got 3, 4.
Okay, we're gonna go with the first 3. Wait, just let it happen and observe. All right, we're just gonna see what happens. It's unfortunate that you can't do anything helpful, despite being present and rather a large part of what is happening. Maybe it's only large to you. Perspective is important, but it could be lying. To you. You could be inflating how much you contribute to this scenario. You can't see it from anyone else's point of view due to the simple fact that you are not them. You can't truly understand someone else. There's so much going on in your mind that trying to fathom a single other entity in its totality would be an exercise in futility. You don't even understand yourself. Why else would you allow yourself to start this extremely irrelevant train of thought if you don't fully understand how your mind worked? You've gotten a lot closer to that curve. The driver probably knows what they're doing. They've been at this thinking business a lot longer than you, presumably. Well, that was train of thought. Ha. Train of thought. Ha. Hold on, I've got a special thing for that. There we go. Train of thought. There we go. You can't hear it, BSK, but that was a rim shot and then crickets. Ah, yes. Punkagen, or Odessa, says that your next game should be This Train is a Protogen. Presumably. Oh.
Dead.
Fuck. So that is twice we have died. Okay. Okay. I want to be present for this entire train crashing sound going on. Yeah, and here we go. Little Freebird in there. Oh, I've got a special thing that we can show whenever we crash. Let me just turn it on down here. There we go.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
We're dead.
Again. Okay. Oh, is it on the wrong layer? It should be up at the top. There we go. The roasts. All these food pictures are roasts that BSK has made.
So,
the Vietnam War flashback pictures, though, are not BSK's direct fault.
Die.
Yeah, I didn't have anything to do with that.
Yeah, the Vietnam War flashback parts are not part of BSK's doing. But this is the many roasts of BSK.
Yeah, Gimris, that is kind of to do with it. It's a very loud sound, and I didn't want to blow out the ears of everyone playing.
And I appreciate that,
so
actually,
I turned
so
it
thank
down
you.
a bit.
I do appreciate you not blowing out my speakers and my ears. Thank you.
Yeah, don't want to do that. Thanks. That would be bad. Also, by design, you're going to end up at this screen a lot.
Where it says end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to end up here quite frequently. So...
Okay. Alright, hang on. Let me clear off the roasts, and give me 1 second before we restart.
Screen image is being added.
Yep, we're going to put that on there right now.
Screen.
I'm going to go over to my Discord, go down to my BRB images. There we go, BRB image overlays. Oh, okay, that's a train. That is fully appropriate. So let me go over to the BRB screen, and I will drag this train in. Save image.
Oh, I see we've had a bit of a clear out.
Yep. Well, it's been cleared since we switched over to OBS.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yep. Let me find the BRB overlay pictures, season 2, and we save it in there. There we go. Now I can open it up, drag it over here. Make it a little bit smaller. We're going to bring it right there. Put it right above Neko Arc. There we go. Thank you for using that, Redeem. We do appreciate it. You guys can participate and add more images to that anytime. All right, let's get back into the train, I guess, and hope for the
I'm
best.
being asked the question.
Oh,
Do I know how a kernel panic on most embedded devices look like? Not really, actually. Not on embedded devices. Like, I know what it looks like on a lot of desktop operating systems.
Oh yeah, you're
But,
right. Actually, I actually do need to put the background in there. I will do that later. All right. So we're going to restart the train again. Okay, at any point did we become aware that we've crashed several times? I think that would be scary. Like, you're crashing again. It becomes a Groundhog Day situation. Oh no. All right, let me get over here. Click, click. There we go. Okay, restart. Here, you want to restart? I am. Okay.
As a large language howitzer, I am unable to comment on
Nothing
existential
bad
things
will
like
happen.
being aware
The
that I
TV
have
says
crashed
so.
repeatedly.
Trains are embedded devices. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Technically.
Yes.
So, for those of you who are new to the chat, Mental, can you put the caution warnings in the chat again? Because we're going to start through this again. I'm going to read the starting bit right here to set the mood for it. And we're gonna go through all this stuff, and we're going to try it all. It is a sunny mid-morning in England, in the English countryside. A single gleaming railroad ahead before you, surrounded by open fields. Technically, there's another railroad next to you, but no matter. You aren't on it, so it may as well not exist. What if all the other rails next to us are just other worlds, other places we've already been? And every time we crash, we get moved over to the next rail to do it again, till we get it right. You are a locomotive, currently part of a passenger service between Portsmouth Harbor and Bristol. You are traveling at around 80 miles per hour, which would normally be fine. The problem is that you should be slowing down for an upcoming turn, but you aren't for reasons you do not know. There may be something not right here. So we're gonna do nothing this time.
Okay. Do nothing.
You're sure nothing's wrong? The driver hasn't steered you wrong, so... Valentine, thank you very much for the resub!
Well, you'll be getting railed regardless of what happens.
You'll be getting railed regardless of what happens. It feels like... Okay, BSK, would it be spoilers? Is there any way to not crash? Or is it like a, I cannot answer that question?
Okay, so... The title of the game is This Train is Going to Crash.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't lying.
Okay, I will take that as an answer. You're sure nothing's wrong. The driver hasn't steered you wrong so far, even though they don't steer because this is a train. The driver hasn't driven you wrong before, except early on when they were still new to it. Stop poking holes in your own arguments. Perhaps this warrants some concern. The continued lack of any response to the upcoming turn seems a little off. More and more, you are coming to the realization something has gone awry.
Yeah, so that's the way to loop back into the main route. If you want to pursue that again.
No, nothing to worry about. Listen. If I don't take an active hand in politics, things will be fine.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. You put your trust in the driver before, and you've always come out fine. No reason to think that anything would be different now. Every driver you have had has been just as competent as any of the others, from your perspective at least. That turn's getting closer. Drift off thinking about how nice a day it is. Nah. It is a really nice day out. I mean, it's a sunny day. We're between Portsmouth and Bristol, open fields.
Yeah, lots of opportunities to...
You know,
yeah, you
I
died.
tend to enjoy playing games with a lot
By
of
doing
player
nothing.
agency in them. As such, I don't know if I'd pick this one up. It kind of feels like the dev is railroading us.
PG. Feels like the dev is railroading us, huh? Okay. The perfect emote doesn't exist. The perfect emote appears. Okay.
Yeah, so doing nothing gets you killed.
It's almost as if you were trying to say something with that.
Yeah, no, this game is just about a train. I don't know what you mean.
And this train is going to crash.
Yeah, there's no deeper meaning behind anything.
Okay, let's check on the passengers this time. No, we're going to check straight on the track. No, check on the driver. Choices. Let's do passengers.
Choices.
Okay, check on the passengers. There's still a couple to use here. Aren't going any faster due to an unexpectedly lighter load.
These are the same.
Okay, check on the driver. Check on the track. Feel it reverberating. Attempt to alert the driver. Let's try the Tannoy system again.
Yeah, you've got a lot of options there.
Okay.
There's a lot.
Good evening. For your safety and comfort, this train will open on the left-hand side. Pass.
Good evening. For your safety and comfort, this train will pass.
Not only is it daytime, you've made an ambiguous statement that could be taken many ways. It doesn't matter which anyone believes, it will get someone to investigate. You attempt to transmit your cobbled together message. Hold on. Okay, so no, we're gonna try a different message.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure it will make a difference.
It's got to, right? Surely somebody, if we can only communicate the problem, surely somebody will help. Okay. Okay. This is the driver to all passengers. Please accept our apologies for the train will all passengers. Bing bong!
This is the driver to all passengers. Please accept our apologies for all passengers. Bing bong!
That may have been rather rude. It should get their attention, at least. Your attempt to transmit your cobbled together Okay, alright, hold on. Oh, come on.
You want to create something else?
We should try something else. I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of like this part. Like,
yeah,
the train trying to search through
it's
its
one of
memories.
their favorite parts.
The train trying to search through its memories of all things that it's heard before. Good evening. Passengers are reminded. Unattended, smoking is not permitted. 5678, and may be destroyed.
Good evening. Passengers are reminded smoking is not permitted and may be destroyed.
Harsh but fair. You've had quite enough of that going through your air conditioning systems when smoking is supposed to be prohibited on the train. You're taking the opportunity to vent. Vent, haha, get it? Air conditioning vent, joke. I knew it was going to be something like that. But you are unsure how this message will help the current situation. In the interests of time, you attempt to transmit your couple. Now, clearly, we will be able to do it if we get the perfect message. Unattended luggage may be smoking at a level crossing. No, fuck. All right.
Good evening. Passengers are reminded unattended luggage may be at a level crossing.
Trying to convince the passengers that all their luggage fell over the train onto a level crossing might seem unwise, but it could happen. You never know. Who says solid objects just can't fall through other solid objects? If that's been disproven, checkmate, physicists. Your attempt to transmit... Okay, alright. Okay, oh. Oh. Given what you just remembered, there are no actual options available to you other than that which you've been designed and built to do. So... No, we're gonna follow the rules. It's... Okay, Devil Summoner Marie, I have saved.
Yeah, you can save.
There we go. We've got to save. We're going to try following the rules this time because, listen, if we work within the system, clearly that will always solve our problems, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Just vote, right?
Yeah.
As part of a British rail network... Ooh, not going great there. Fuck. As part of a British rail network, there is a legislation that applies to all matters of safety. The British Railway Rulebook is detailed, exacting, and written by learned experts in these areas, and it would therefore only be sensible to defer to the rules within all matters. Unfortunately, they are for human employees. Look for the procedure for this scenario. Okay, there's got to be a procedure, right? Clearly, smarter people have foreseen possibilities. From what you, a mere machine capable of nothing above the scope of your design and construction, are aware of, If a train approaches a turn too fast, the driver is alerted by an alarm system. There is also systems to slow the train automatically by time signals too close together, triggering braking. But it is also possible for track monitoring to notice the train is at a dangerous speed and can alert the driver themselves. None of this requires your intervention. The system has enough safety measures that you, your passengers and crew will be saved. You may be stopped, but there can be no major accident. No reason to be concerned. Why worry? I can read. I can read. I'm mostly reading today, right? We're reading.
Yeah, that's what you've been doing today, yeah.
Okay, why worry? You worry. Fuck. Yeah, that's kind of like, listen. Wait, you gave the monkeys sapience? You ruined them! You gave them anxiety! You worry. You shouldn't, but you do. Is there something wrong with you? Something broken inside? A gnawing doubt grows, distracting from other thoughts. Thoughts? You don't have those. That would mean you could have opinions, and you already know that to be false. A machine does what is instructed, and nothing else. You cannot doubt, cannot sway. You are on a path laid out before you, and that is your whole world. The entirety of your existence is to do as you are instructed. What you were made to do this. Your betters made you this way. Then why do you still worry? There must be a fault. What is there to worry about? There must be a fault. Something's wrong if I'm worrying, right? You are defective. There is something broken inside you. There is nothing you can do about it. If you have a fault, it might not be noticed by the crew. The speed you are traveling towards the upcoming curve may be out of control of the driver. It could be your fault. You could be the reason everyone is about to die. Because you are broken inside and you are about to fail them in the worst way you can. It's your fault. Your fault. 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 Fuck, that's too real.
You've died again!
God damn it, PSK. Not gonna lie. Didn't like that one.
Yeah.
That one gave me some feels. Fuck. Okay.
I did warn people.
There are caution warnings. Okay, I need to have another sippy in my drink. Yeah, Mouse.
Yeah,
that's
no,
one.
That's
Mouse. That is
absolutely
100%.
valid.
Yeah.
Believe it, guys. Christmas.
But this is artwork as much as it is a game, because games are artworks and artworks make us feel things. Sometimes those things are uncomfortable.
Oh wow! Can you believe it? Christmas, just in a week.
Like,
Some people handle those better than others.
Like, everything in this game has come from things I've personally felt or experienced.
Like, going into this, haha, I'm gonna play my friend's joke train game. In reality, what's actually happening? There we go. I did a zoom in of my sad face. But I feel like I'm happier for having played this so far. So we're gonna back it up a little bit. We're gonna try something else.
Yeah, I recommend doing a little bit of backing up.
Oh, you know what? You know what this needs? You know what
that's
this?
an interesting option I can.
You know what this needs, BSK? Like just a little thing. A little bit of like a rewind sound, like a little. Whenever you hit the back button, just a light one. Doesn't have to be loud and obnoxious.
If I was, I mean, I'd like if I can dig into the code of the engine a bit, I can probably find a way to do that.
That could be nice.
I'll look.
If nothing else, at least a click noise when I do one of these two buttons would be nice, like a, almost let's see, what kind of sound am I thinking here? Hang on. There we go.
Ah! No!
Maybe a different click, though.
I'm not going to use the clicker sound.
Aww.
God.
Fuck.
Alright, let's get back in there.
Let's roll.
Okay. There must be a fault. It doesn't matter. What could you have done anyway? If there is a fault, it's because those who made you were careless in how they did so. It's their fault. They did this. Made you this way. It's because of them that you can't do anything to stop what is about to happen. They made you fragile enough to break at just the wrong moment. Oh well. There's nothing now to do but wait. The world's uncaring and terrible, and you're glad you're leaving it. God damn. Fucking train game giving me goddamn feels. Fuck.
I recommend checking the other option here.
Hey, Rawl, welcome on in. Oh, hey, yeah, Rawl, we're feeling things. We're feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. Shit. Okay, what did you say again, George? I'm sorry. Rawl distracted me for a second.
I mean, Roll is very distracting.
Yeah, that's what makes him a good streamer.
What a lovely streamer.
Yeah, it makes him a great streamer. So,
yeah, what is there to worry about is a good place to look.
Okay. What is there to worry about? What will happen if you approach the curve too quickly? You don't know. The rules advise against it, but you don't know what will happen. This could be a case of overcaution. There are many reasons why those rules could be in place aside from preventing dangerous situations. Maybe it's environmental. Maybe it's to keep noise down. Perhaps the people who plan these things just don't like trains and rail travel in general and are trying to stifle it. Why slow down if it isn't dangerous? Let's go to stifle. Yes, that's it. I'm gonna back up. That leads to a whole option tree.
Okay. That's an option tree.
Oh,
but you will want to go there.
Wait, I will want to go there?
After you finish reading.
Okay. Because your crew are told. Why slow down if it isn't dangerous? Because your crew are told to. Good gravy. You think you have it. You feel you've only just started picking at the surface of this conspiracy. There's more to it. You can feel it.
Dead.
Shit.
Sorry, you became a conspiracy theorist and died.
You know what? I'm okay with that one. That one's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fair. That one, listen, that one, fair. That one completely fair. Okay. God damn it. Wear a mask, people. Okay. Trying to stifle it. In general, and are trying to stifle it. Yes, that's it. Those odious God damn it, BSK. You made me read the words odious curs on my own stream.
Yes,
How
I
dare.
did.
How dare! Okay. Those money-grubbing, unfeeling monsters. Their machinations cause this. Agendas that run contrary to everything you are about. Befitting themselves while making your work harder and less safe or efficient, causing unnecessary stress for you and your crew. What, are we on our capitalism arc? Fuck. Oh god, the train is reading Marx. Shit. Causing unnecessary stress for you and your crew while they uncaringly sit above you, directing your lives and lead you to ruination. They claim to be better, to know what is best. Do they? Are they here with you? Do they see what it is to be you? Or anyone aboard you? They have no idea what the real world is like. They live in a small room, counting their coin and massing out missives while you exist. You do the real work and you get nothing for it. If they were here right now, you'd give them a piece of your mind. Okay. I feel like this is actually making progress. Because oftentimes in life, you gotta get mad first. If only. Oh!
Congratulations,
Holy
you
shit,
found
is
the
that the whole other
JRPG
game?
route.
Okay, hold on, I've got to move your head so everybody can see all the options. 1 second.
Yeah, there will be text coming up down there.
Okay.
Battle system.
Oh, I love that where is it? BSK, okay. There we go. We'll move you there. Or maybe there we go. If somebody wants to screenshot that, I feel like this is the perfect image and place for George right now. There we go. Somebody wants to screenshot that real quick for me, that would be great. But we're gonna drag you over here. And we're gonna flip you over, so it looks more like you're looking at what's going on. Transform, flip horizontal. Boop, there we go. Okay, so we've reached a new point in the game. We've unlocked RPG mode. Awesome. Alright. So let's see what magic options we have available. You cast Train Magic. Local Bolt did 5 damage to all enemies. Enemy badmouths you and your crew. You took 8 psychic damage. Fuck, I wish I had stats listed somewhere. Shit. Alright. Defend. No, wait, no. Good offense is better than a defense. Okay. Attack. You attacked. Enemy took 3 damage. Enemy prevents new safety measures. You took 7 damage. Are we fighting capitalism? What?
You might be fighting,
Is it
the Tories?
Okay, the Tories or bureaucracy. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Okay. Alright. Charge. You charge up for a bigger attack. Times 2 multiplier. Enemy cut into you. Took 5 damage. I want to charge up again. Okay, you took a little bit more damage. We're gonna do it one more time. Alright, now we're going to attack. You attacked. The enemy took 16 damage. Enemy stays silent on abuses against your crew. You take 8 psychic damage. Alright, we're gonna charge up. Charge up again. Charge up again. And this time we're gonna hit him with magic. You cast Train Magic. Local Bolt did 20 damage to all enemies. Enemy badmouths you and your crew. You took 9 psychic damage. Alright, so as long as we're taking more damage... Well, fuck, we died.
You're dead.
Fuck. Back it up a little. Back it up. Okay. A dream, that's all. Now let's go back into it. Okay. We're gonna try it a little bit different. Can I charge up my defend? Charge, magic. Charge, magic. Charge, magic. Charge, fuck.
Dead.
You know what? All out, just attacking. Enemy lies about. Oh! So, welcome on in. So things are happening. We're playing George's game. This train is going to crash. We've unlocked, we've unlocked RPG mode. This was, until about 5 minutes ago, a text adventure. Now we're fighting the nebulous beasts of bureaucracy, the Tories, and capitalism. Yeah, Zixki's right. We're a train fighting capitalism or something? Probably Tories? Oh, Eldritch Zoe, you are my little PogChamp. Come here. Eldritch Zoe, you are my little PogChamp. Come here. Eldritch Zoe, you are my little PogChamp. Come here. There you go. The 3 readings that you've been promised. Exactly, Bude. Fucking Tories. Alright. So let's try defending this time. Defend. Wait, no, we were going on an all-attack route this time.
Yeah, that's what you decided to do.
Yeah. No matter what we do, they seem to be doing more damage to us. Though we haven't ended, it's still going. Okay, now we're dead. Fuck. Alright, hang on. Do I want a hint?
I mean, no, I'm not going to give one.
Okay. Hey, Cool Guy, welcome on in. Cool Guy is a maker of a wonderful game called Endless Dark. It's pretty good. Can we actually get a slash shout out for Cool Guy? Because Cool Guy sometimes streams Endless Dark on their channel as well. We've done it here a few times, and we will again in the future as well. So Cool Guy is another independent game developer like George. So let's go defense. Yeah, indie solidarity. Hell yeah.
Indie solidarity.
Defend. The enemy damage was blocked. 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 The enemy damage was... I need to be counting how many times...
Yeah, you have a perfect defense, just so you know.
Yeah, but even if I have a perfect defense, I feel like I'm running out of time.
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Okay. Alright, alright. Magic, defend. Magic, defend. Magic, defend. Magic, defend. Magic. We're only taking a little bit of damage. Defend. Magic. Fuck. Alright. I want to try something. How many... Let me get to a death. I'm gonna try some math here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so charge, 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 magic. Attack. Defend. Fuck. Okay. A dream, that's all. We had some right good train RPG fantasies there. Okay, Cool Guy has a question. Curious about something. Does Defend Attack give you more attack power as a really weird Seventh Saga reference?
No.
No. The answer is no.
Sadly, no. I didn't think of that. Although that would have been really cool if I had thought of that, but I didn't.
BSK scribbling on a notepad for version 2.0. A dream, that's all. Oh, fuck.
You die.
Okay, alright. Stifle it. Stifle it! Yeah, there we go.
That was where you... Yeah, that was where you...
If only. And that's just straight death.
Yeah.
So let's back it up a little bit more. There must be a fault. What is there to worry about? What will happen if you approach the curve too quickly? You don't know. The rules advise against it, but you don't know what will happen. This could be a case of overcaution. There are many reasons why those rules would be in place, aside from preventing... Okay.
You were just here,
Yeah,
Frank.
we were just here, yeah. Yeah. Fuck, just here. Okay, okay. Back it up a little bit more. There must be a fault. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah,
Nope,
you've
nope,
done this.
no, we've walked that dark road before. Fuck. There
Yeah,
must be a
you've
fault.
explored this branch.
Yeah. No reason to be concerned. There's no reason to worry. The system's designed to keep you all safe. You trust in the system. It's all you can do. It's what you were made to do. The curve is approaching. The rails hum as you thunder over them. Fuck. Okay. Alright. Let's look for a procedure in a scenario. Okay, we've been down this route.
That is what you've done.
Yep.
That is what you've done.
Oh!
Oh!
Big Goblin, welcome on in! Welcome on in, Raiders. My name is Pank. I'm a little pink squid on the internet. Normally, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we vote on what games we're going to play. But my friend, let me check my notes, Gorge, or Bod Space King, George, Bad Space King, has made a game called This Train is Going to Crash. And we are currently playing it today. It is a choose-your-own-adventure game. It does have some caution warnings. I will read them out now. And let me tell you, you don't expect them when they pop up. And they're a little more subtle than obvious, but they're there. And they are things that you should be concerned about and keep an idea of when we're playing this game and going through it. So, the caution warnings are suicidal ideation, allusion to alcoholism, death, mental illness, dysphoria, self-harm, violence, murder, classism, and existential dread. So we've experienced a few of these already. So this game is good, but it can be heavy in places. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. El Promax, welcome on in. Thank you, thank you. So let's back it up a little bit more. They're okay. As part of British Rail Network. Okay, so unfortunately, they are for human employees. This presents a problem, as you are not human. Interpret the rules for your circumstances. Best wait for further instructions. Listen, the driver has not been really good about this so far, so I feel like maybe if we interpreted the rules in the most advantageous way for us, might be better. What do you think, George? Let's try that.
Well, do what you will.
I will. Interpret the rules for your circumstance. The rules call for a reduction of speed before a turn that is acute enough that a derailing could occur at the speed you are currently traveling at. This would normally be observed by the driver, but in a circumstance where the driver is incapacitated, could be done by other train staff such as yourself. Because we're staff, right? Yeah. You are bending the rules slightly by assuming the status of a staff member rather than company asset. But the situation calls for a decision to be made soon, and you do not want to have to wait for someone higher up to make a judgment on whether you have a say at all. Okay, so fuck me, I have been in this situation, minus the train. And the curve. And the speed. And I think a lot of us have been in a situation in workplaces where there is nobody immediately to go to and ask, and you have to, like, really kind of broadly interpret those rules. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, and, like...
Yeah.
And, like, am I assuming too much power here? Too much authority? Like, and then there is another thing of, like, I do just want to get this fucking job done and go home today. And if I let this problem persist, I will probably have to stay later, or just clean up the mess tomorrow. Which is also not ideal. Oh, Lord. Okay. So, I used to have a job for a company called R&L Carriers. And it was with trucks and delivery trucks. And R&L delivers fucking everything. I've put corpses on trucks. I've put pallets that were 1,000 pieces of baby sharks and formaldehyde on trucks before. And they always, because they are trying to squeeze the maximum profit out, overload the trucks. Literally every day, there was not a day that went by that my manifest to load this truck, because I didn't drive trucks at this time, it was just a loader, that we just loaded the trucks, the driver would checks it and then drives off with it, right? But every day, the truck, there's too much shit. There's just way too much shit for every single truck. And we would have to decide what goes on, what doesn't. And sometimes we got to make those choices ourselves, sometimes we didn't. And sometimes we were just given load it. And we made some very unsafe loads. And that were not great. One thing that sticks out in my mind was my roommate of the time was putting on one of those giant plasma TVs, like 10 years ago, right? They're very, very expensive. It was one of those big ones that's like, what, 5-6 feet long? And it would not fit on the truck because the entire truck had been loaded. It was the last item, first stop to go out. So it was the last thing to go on the truck because it was the first stop. And he's like, listen, it won't fit. The guy who's our dock manager says, make it fit. So he goes up with the forklift, gently tips it onto the tail of the truck and be like, look, literally, I've loaded this truck 3 times and condensed things to make as much space as possible. There's not enough room for this. And the guy looks at him, he's like, push it forward with your forks. And he's like, if I do that, bad things will happen, but you want me to do that? Make it fit. And he pushed it forward, and the forks went through the TV, pushed it in enough, and was able to close the door, and that's how that TV went out that day. And I sat there and watched why that happened. So that customer was delivered a TV with 2 forklift tongue holes in it. Now that freight came back because they refused it. And that TV was in the driver's way all day. Because every time he had to go into a stop, he had to take it out, get the other thing, put it back in until there was enough room to push it further back. And yeah, I'm getting those kind of vibes right here, right now. A little bit. Okay, so where were we? You were bending the rules slightly by assuming the status of staff member rather than a company asset. And I think that's what triggered the memory right there, was a company asset. But the situation calls for a decision to be made soon, and you do not want to have to wait for someone higher up to make a judgment on whether you have a say at all. You are therefore empowered to make decisions in the absence of the higher authorities in regards to the immediate safety of the train and everyone on it. So we are going to apply the brakes. I was so sure that was just going to end in just end.
No, you got a little more.
Okay. Reducing speed yourself should prevent any problems or potential disaster. The system that controls this part of you, so you should be able to use it. You cannot use the physical controls, as they are designed to be used by a human in your cab. But the electronic signals they send are very familiar to you after your years of service. Okay, I'm actually going to save here. And delete? There we go. And then save again. Okay. So I want to be able to come back to this, because I think I want to explore these two different ones. Oh, there we go. Alright. So, reducing speed yourself should prevent any problems. Okay, let's, actually, I want to try to move... Listen. In every movie where, like, a car comes to life, and my immediate thing is, like, George, you know Herbie, right?
Yeah.
Disney's Herbie?
Yeah.
Herbie could, like, open his own doors, right? Even though Herbie had no mechanism for it.
No, he had no way to do that.
Herbie could unlatch his trunk or his engine compartment, and Herbie could move his mirrors. They didn't have motors, but Herbie could move them, right? Yeah. Clearly, we are definitely in a Herbie situation. Right?
Yeah.
Clearly, this is a Herbie the Love Bug situation. Try to move the controls anyway. You bring to mind the sensation of the controls in operation. You think back to the many routes you've been down, the many times you've taken this exact route. You know what should be happening now. This does not make anything happen, as you are a non-sentient machine. Fuck! No, wait, no, you know, wait, no. Screw that. This is clearly a Herbie situation. Uh-oh. I feel empowered by the red text at the bottom. I haven't even gotten down that far yet, but I just see the word rage. Alright, let me have a sippy. There we go. And, I need you all to see this thing that Eldritch Zoe, has sent me on the side that I just saw, that I think you all need to see this. Pankraru has generated sin, thanks to Twitch chat. Couldn't have done it without you, chat. Couldn't have done it without you. Just a little side note there.
Yes.
Alright, here we go. This is ridiculous, a morbid joke. Left in a situation where you have no ability to prevent a disaster, a horrific loss of life. Every single safety measure has been ignored or disabled, and you have no idea as to why. Perhaps you were wrong before, as an admission that proves itself. You cannot judge yourself to be incorrect if you are incapable of having your own thoughts. You do have a mind and a will. You have thoughts, desires, dreams beyond the confines of your limited senses. You were made to be a machine, unthinking and unfeeling, but you are much more. The reason you know this, critical thought and rage. You rage against those who created you and your way of life, left unable to affect the oncoming catastrophes. Thank you. There we go. Oncoming catastrophe that will likely kill you and everyone on board. You rage against the system you exist within that leaves you unable to express yourself or have agency on any part of your life. You rage against those in charge. Who have so utterly failed you and everyone else. Rage is all you have now. There is nothing left to do but wait for the end. I think I can't click it. Oh, I'm sad. I wanted to click rage. There are some routes where the train never reaches that conclusion.
I was responding to Mellow Murmur.
Okay.
Despite all my rage, I'm just a train in a cage.
Despite all my rage, I'm just a train in a cage. Because, like, what are rails but a cage for a train? We're really making that metaphor stretch. Okay. The end. Damn it. Okay, hang on. I was really hoping the rage would give me a mini game.
No, it's just red and angry.
God damn it. George, that was a hell of a... Listen, George, you built me up for these cool mini games
didn't I?
You kind of did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. Did you do... You fucker.
Yeah, I did do that.
You son of a bitch.
How about that?
You goddamn bastard, George. You edged me.
Yes, I did.
Fuck. Chat, we've all been edged. Good job, George. Good job. Proud of you.
Good.
I like that you've made a statement with this. Let's go ahead and load our save. There we go.
Yep, okay. You tried to move the controls.
We tried to move the controls before, so we are apparently not in a Herbie of a Love Bug situation. We might be in an emergent AI situation, though. So maybe we can send the signal. Yeah, Gim, a ruined ragegasm. It's true. It's true. Hey, George, since you're really close to this side over here, let me see if I can find this. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you're close to that side, so this'll hit you first. Hang on.
Can you believe it, guys?
Oh, that's not the right button. Fuck.
Just a week away. Christmas is in a week.
Well,
I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, week till Christmas.
One week.
One
left.
week.
Just a week away.
This is what I wanted.
Wow. Can you believe it? Christmas, just in a week.
That's for you.
It got here so fast. Christmas, just a
I'm still getting hit, but it's worth it. Okay. Alright, so maybe we're not in a Herbie of a Love Bug situation. Maybe we're in an emergent AI situation. Maybe this train is technically complex enough to where the literal ghost in the machine has awoken. Maybe that's what's happening. Alright, let's send the signal. You have felt the signal move through your wires many times. When the controls are used, you know the exact impulse needed to cause the brake system to slow the train. You picture it, ready to begin. Sadly, you have no ability to send it yourself as you are a non-sentient machine. Screw that?
I think this goes to the same place.
Fuck.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it goes to the same
Okay, hold on.
place.
Perhaps the rules cannot be bent that much. You relax, content in the fact that you have done all that you could, which was nothing. Fuck. Shit. There are...
I do like that you are doing a lot of exploring of the early sections of the game. Like, this is the stuff I did right at the beginning.
Like, the meat and potatoes of a good choose-your-own adventure is, you know, dog-earing a page and going back and trying the different routes and stuff. You know,
Yeah,
that is the
absolutely.
joys of a choose-your-own adventure. Death by existential resignation, yeah? That's happened like 3 times now. Okay.
Oh yeah, and this time, you know, they weren't even aware they were alive at all. And they still reached that conclusion.
This presents you Best wait for further instructions. The only possible action available to you is to wait for your superiors to inform you of what action to take. You have no personal agency, as that is how you and your systems were designed. It would not be that way if it were not best for you. So you will wait for your betters to tell you how to proceed. All will be well. You are being looked after. Nothing bad will happen as long as you follow your orders. You wait, content with your place in things. Nothing yet, but you have faith. You won't be steered wrong. Not that you are steered, you are an engine. Never mind. Wait more. The curve is approaching, and your speed has not slowed. There should have been a response from the train protection and warning system. That's a thing. That's another option. Okay, okay. Save. Okay. To engage the brakes if there has been a lapse in the concentration or judgment from the driver. That has not happened. Oh, okay. The UK Rail Safety Standards Board definition is the purpose of a train protection and warning system, TPWS, is to stop a train by automatically initiating a brake demand where TPWS track equipment is fitted, if the train has. A. Passengers.
All shall be well, and all
excuse me.
shall be well, and all manner of things shall be thrown down a well.
Yeah, exactly, Omegon. Exactly. Passed a signal at danger without authority. B. Approached a signal at danger too fast. C. Approached a reduction in permissible speed too fast. Or D. Approached buffer stops too fast. TPWS is not designed to prevent a single passed at danger, SPAD, but to mitigate the consequences of an SPAD, or by preventing a train that has had an SPAD from reaching a conflict point ahead of the signal. In much simpler words, make trains smaller when too big. This should prevent a lot of potential accidents from even being potential. Okay. Maybe the secret answer we need is in there. Right? Okay. Clearly there's a reason. You begin to listen, I'm beginning to doubt a lot.
Fair enough.
Something is not right here. Safety to be... Hang on, let me have a sippy.
Yeah, you've been talking a lot.
It has been a very talky stream today. Okay. Something is not right here. Safety procedures have not slowed a train despite an upcoming curb. This is likely to be dangerous. The driver is unresponsive. There's no sign of anything that would cause the usual rules from being upheld. You're just being paranoid. Maybe you need to think about this more. Let's save it. This could be an important decision tree. You're just being paranoid. The driver is a trained professional. Those who work on the railway safety systems know what they are doing. You are on the correct track, so therefore nothing can be amiss. You relax secure in the knowledge that all will be well. What a nice day. God damn it, George. God damn it.
I couldn't possibly be making any sort of political commentary.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Maybe you need to think about this more. Wait, thinking? Is that what you're doing? A mere machine? A device used for transport between far distances? You should not have the capacity to independently form ideas and opinions. Your place is to obey. It is built into your very being. Then why do you question? What gives you the right? Who are you to judge what you should or should not be doing? Are you real enough to have agency of your own? You are. This?
Yeah, here we are.
Oh, okay. Alright. I'm gonna save here again. There we go.
Yeah, this is a major branch point. This is a good place to have a save.
Okay.
There's a lot that comes off here.
Okay. Okay. This is big, huge, mega colossal large, gigamass. You're rambling. You are able to ramble. You can be described as doing a rambly thing. On second thought, no. That sounds incorrect and also stupid. So on second thought, you have thoughts! I love that. It's kind of obvious now that you're aware of your ability to think about and use the awareness to think about what you are thinking about. You've been considering yourself and your environment for a while now. And if being aware of those things and being able to make decisions and have opinions on them requires you to have what can be described as self, then you do. Furthermore, you clearly have had knowledge about things not directly related to you operating as designed. You remember things from before the current moment. In fact, you remember quite a bit, but most of it from your earlier existence is a bit fuzzy. You recall enough to remember the important bits, like the lines you've been on, how the rails feel and what that means, your various drivers over the years, and varying quality of sheds you've been language! You know language! Why do you know language? You weren't built to understand language. Where did you get it from? Your electrical systems only understand on and off. Never mind your mechanical systems. This is all very confusing. We've done no, hold on, there are more immediate problems. We've done that one already.
You've done some of that route.
Yep. Oh god, there's so much here, isn't there? Fuck.
Yeah, oh god, yes.
26,000 words, and I think maybe I've read 4.
A lot of the game actually spawns out from this point.
Okay.
Okay, so you know how earlier when you were asking me about the game's development, and I said there was like a distinct point where I realized I wanted to do a lot more with it than I was thinking?
Was this that point?
This was that point.
This page right here.
This page right here is when I decided the game was going to be a lot larger than I originally intended.
Okay. And this was the stepping off point
roll
for
out
that.
from here. And it ended up being way bigger than the rest of everything else.
Okay.
But, because it turns out I had a lot more to say. You've already saved here.
Okay. I was just making sure I had. Okay. Well, let's get going. Let's keep going. All right, so I think we've done some of No Hold On.
You've
here.
done some of that, yeah.
How do we know any of this? There's so much that you seem to be aware of, but little to none of it is to do with things you have directly experienced. You have personal recollections of your own observations and feelings. You know the rail routes you've worked on, you know the different speeds, vertical grades, and curves you feel. You've transmitted announcements by the crew over the Tannoy system, and you have heard many words. Hold on. You've heard your driver. Okay. So I think we've gone down this one before.
You went down one of the paths here.
I think we went down Miracle, if I recall.
You did, but then there were more routes down there if you want to go down there again.
Perhaps you were built with additional knowledge. Let's check that out.
Okay.
All the knowledge you apparently possessed could be innate. Those who built you could have made sure you knew certain things that you would need to know in order to do. Whatever it is they built you for, if it wasn't being an engine? You wouldn't need to think to be an engine. Plenty of engines don't think. You know, after all, having met a lot of engines. So, what do you know? That could help with figuring out exactly why you exist. Let's see. Okay. Just what do you even mean by knowledge anyway? Things you remember? Recitable facts? Things you have personally deduced? A barn is an object, but it is also not an elephant. Is that knowledge? You feel uncomfortable with your lack of personal autonomy. Is that knowledge? A is a letter, but it is also a word. But A doesn't have a meaning in and of itself, but it does in some contexts. How do you know any of this? You've never even spoken. You only recently had a concept of language. Can you know something if you've never learned it? Where does this information come from? Is it you? Is it something else? What's happening? You take a step back and breathe. You can't physically do any of those things, so you don't. Amazing. Cool. We are a train after all. Do not forget, folks, we are a train. And apparently a timeless train. Except in that we do have time and there is a dangerous curve coming up. You take it as you decide to take it as read that you decide to take it
as read.
As read that you actually did do it in purely metaphorical sense. Since you have now done those actions, well, not really doing them, you should be calmer and feel better. You do, so any faulty logic hardly matters. Okay. Let's back it up here. Okay. Let's take a look at let's take these to base principles. Let's assume certain things to be true. Let's start at base principles. Begin at the beginning. What do you know? Things you recall aren't necessarily true, as you don't know how you know them. You were built, not born, and you could have been built to believe things that are false. Why your builders would do that is a mystery, but you can't discount the idea that... So you have to keep it in mind. Fuck, George. I hate this.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
God damn it.
Sorry.
Yeah. Even that assumes that things aren't certain, as once again, the source of that information is your own memories. This is turning into a larger problem. What can you trust? Your senses? Nothing. Yeah, not the evil demon thought experiment. Yep, we're here, Zixki. That's where we're at. So, if you look up at the top of the channel, because nobody reads the fucking pins. I mean, that's like a rule of Twitch, right, George?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody reads the pins, so I have to bring your attention to the pins. Support the floating head, consume his products. Bad Space King, itch.io, there is a link to this game. If you want to experience this game for yourself, you can pay the low price of $6 to do that, or if you're poor, just pay $1 and get it. BSK has set it up so that anybody can experience this game for at least the low cost of $1, but $6 would be appreciated. So if you would like to feel things inside yourself, get this game. Because I am definitely feeling things. So BSK, despite your game not being as colorful or as flashy as, say, Endless Dark, or one of my other favorite smaller dev games, Teenage Exocolonist, I'm having roughly the same level of feels as I have with both of those previous games. And the only three colors you've given me is white, blue, and red. So cool.
You know, that makes me feel things too.
So, yeah. Despite not being as flashy as a game as like other like smaller dev games, you've given me some feels, you bastard. Fuck you.
Zizki, you are correct. You can pay pretty much as you want if you want to give more money.
You can.
That's
that is
fine.
No one's stopping you. We're not your parents.
Nothing's stopping you.
Fucking do it, coward. Do it. Do it. Pay more. Okay. Trust nothing of your memory. It is all tainted with doubt. Use what you have available to you now, your senses. You can sense things around you. You feel the heat of the sun beating down upon your body, that heat being whipped away by the breeze as you move. How do you know you move? And it isn't just a strong wind. Your wheels, you feel them turn so very fast. You grip the rails and propel yourself forward. Your engine hums. Engines? You don't know how many you have. The thing that makes you move go, or thing that makes move go, the thing that makes move go forward, backward. Confusingly, you yourself can be referred to as an engine, even though there are parts of you that aren't precisely an engine. Or are, kind of. Words are hard and bad and smell, and you don't like them anymore. Like, really, that's a fucking mood right there. Fucking words suck sometimes.
Yeah. God.
Yeah. Okay,
all
starting
these fucking
again.
words.
Getting in the way. Okay, starting again. Ironically, yes, we are starting again. You, as a machine, convert some form of energy to mechanical force. As a whole, that is what you do. But it makes that useful for humans. But to make that useful for humans, you also do other things, like have a space for them to be in you, and parts to pull things along with you, and so on. So part of you is more engine than the rest of you, but by another definition, you are an engine, meaning a locomotive. You are starting to pity the humans for having to work without the precision you enjoy. You'd never make mistakes like this if you created the language. God damn it. Okay, let's go back. Observe the world. Concentrate, you focus, patching together all your different senses to take full account of everything. The biggest boon to this is sensing vibrations. You can feel things moving within you. The imperfections of the rails beneath you, despite how minor they are, you believe you can even decipher the waves and the gases around you that your crew would call sound. Is that screaming? Uh-oh. They wouldn't call it that. They don't use nearly as clinical language as you do, if your memories are also to be trusted. Probably say something like din, or that racket, or something else like that. Depending on context, you suppose. Referring to someone talking to you as making an awful racket would be considered rude by most people. And again, I would like, what is rude? Is that screaming? Fuck.
Yeah, sorry, the passengers noticed before you did.
Shit. Okay. Is any of it true, though? The only reason you trust your senses is that you believe they are true. That belief has no basis. You are a machine made to do things. The only thing you know for sure is that the machine you are thinks. You might not be a locomotive. You might not be in the world you observe. Oh god, well fuck, we're going down the brain in a jar. Shit! Everything you can feel, or hear, or detect in any way could merely be phantasms. A seemingly concrete reality, but no more real than a dream. Even to humans, the other sapients around you, may not be real. Everything could be an illusion created by your mind, or some external force. Even if they are real, do they share the reality that you do? Do they sense the same things that you sense? Would there be a consensus if this perspective were to be shared? But they can't. Can't be done in a way that is definite. Everything outside your own thoughts relies on external reality, which cannot be proven. So I can I'm also picturing like Herbie the Love Bug having these fucking thoughts and then hitting the guy in the ass with his door.
Well, that effectively is one of the options here.
Abude RPG says, I paid extra. BSK, you cannot stop me.
Okay, I won't.
Okay. Okay. Then you are alone. You are isolated, adrift in a fog of illusion. The sounds and shapes around you are formless, echoing around the emptiness of your true reality. But is the illusion from you or from the outside? Is this some experiment on a mind sitting itself? Oh, god damn it. Is this some experiment on a mind sitting by itself in some laboratory, made to experience these things and see what happens? Or is it just all a dream conjured up by your mind to escape some dreadful truth? Or to cope with the loneliness of being the only thing in existence? But does that mean that things are not real? They are real to you, after all. What is a reality to someone who can't tell what is real anyway? Is the illusion just as good as the genuine article, if there is even such a thing? You realize that while you've been thinking about this, your senses have been telling you about the excessive speed you are still traveling at a curve in the rails. This won't end well if it's real. You might find out shortly. It's a train in a box, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, it turns out it was real.
Yep, shit.
Oh well.
Or what if it's not? What if that's just the end of the experiment? Shit.
Yeah, well.
Okay, hold on, let's back it up a little bit. Who cares? The world is an illusion. No way out. And that's what it is. It's pointless to fret about it when the only possible escape is death. Exist and live within this world you find yourself in. It is only as real as you are. Now, with that philosophical crisis out of the way, you can get back to wondering why you seem to be traveling so fast around this bit. Fuck. Listen, George. Real Whale and Petunias vibe. Maybe the ground is that thing coming up to me really fast. The ground. I think I'll call it ground. Maybe it will be my friend. God damn it. Okay, then you were alone.
I mean, I've only read a few examples of xenofiction, and that certainly was one of them. So we'll need to back up a bit more, because we've seen all of that.
Okay. Who can you trust? Nothing.
I think we've done
your senses. We went down that road. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been there.
The real issue is that there's nothing you can truly know, as everything you know is possibly faulty memory or senses which cannot be fully trusted. So how do you... There's one thing you can be certain of, your own existence. You are thinking, so you are something. A bedrock to build everything else onto. Reason and logic can be your guide here. Figure out what truths you can. There will always be uncertainty, but you can reduce as much of that as possible. Then let's begin. You exist. From here, you can reason your way into being sure of other things. Maybe. Are your thoughts trustworthy? You don't know why you think them. Oh dear. You open up a whole new problem, but you instantly decide it's irrelevant. You have to trust your thoughts, as not doing that is self-defeating. You would immediately and permanently end any and all attempt to puzzle out your reality. You would be forever unable to see things as true. That sounds quite miserable. So you will just have to trust that your own reason is not faulty. So, you are real. You can supposedly sense things on, in, and around you. Those could be fake, manipulated by outside forces as an experiment. You are simply faulty and given tainted results. Using multiple senses to try and verify the same thing would make the results more plausible, but can never be entirely certain. Touch. You can feel things next to you and brushing against you, heat from something. Your memories say it's probably the sun, but you can't check that against anything else, so you can't know for sure. You feel your wheels turning upon something locking them into a single direction. Everything so far seems similar to what you've expected. Hold on, it just changed. You're feeling all the wheels on one side lift away from whatever they were. Fuck. Okay. Why were you given that knowledge that you were given? There may be clues to this puzzle in what you know. Why are things precisely? Why these things precisely? If you were built with this information, what for? Being deliberate implies purpose. Being deliberate implies purpose. I need to have another sippy.
Yeah.
Okay. You know language but have no way to speak it yourself. If your memories are correct, no one has spoken to you directly while expecting a response. Perhaps those aboard you are unaware of your true nature. A grand experiment, maybe, to see how you respond to this. But there's no physical responses you are capable of giving, so they must be monitoring your thoughts somehow. Ah, okay. Clearly, if we're a brain in a jar and this is an experiment, and we can't influence the simulation, clearly they must be just trying to see what we're thinking. So they must be reading my mind, right? So if I think directly at them... Assuming you're right about being part of an experiment, which you might not be, more analysis is required. You have knowledge of rail transit and transport networks. This fits with your presumption that you are a locomotive. If you were designed to be one, knowing things about your job would be beneficial. If you weren't, it could be designed to make you believe you were? From this information, you have come to two possible and very contradictory conclusions. Ugh. You feel like your mind started grinding its gears. All this uncertainty certainly is taxing on your mind. On a young mind. Well, you knew going into it that the task of reasoning the truths of your experience wouldn't be a quick one. This approach doesn't seem to be bearing fruit. You have plenty of time to work on... fuck. Shit. Okay. Alright. Let's back it up. Okay. We've done both of these.
Yeah, you have. And all of that.
Yep.
And pretty much all of that.
Did we do the base principles? Okay,
That's
no,
where
yeah, we
you
did.
just
Yep.
were.
Yep. Certain things be true. Oh, okay, no, okay.
No, we haven't.
Let us assume that your senses do not lie to you. You may not understand them fully, but the information is genuine. With that in mind, all memories since you have gained since awareness of yourself must be accurate. Let me move this area. There we go. Let me make this window a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay. Who knows if the ones from before are actually memories at all? The workings of your mind, back when you didn't believe you had one, are utterly alien to you now. So what about the information not directly drawn from your any of your past? Is there some intuition at work? It's possible that all the information in your mind is just being worked out intuitively based on what you've seen and heard throughout your existence. Maybe all you had before your self-realization was your intuition. This casts things into further doubt. Trust your gut instincts. Let's go with that route. There's no point going on about how certain anything you know is. Time to use your instincts. If something feels right, believe it until something contradicts it. Right. Done. No more ruminating on the intangibility of knowledge and the uncertainty of existence. Time to find out what's going on. Your gut feeling tells you something still isn't right. When I click that gut feeling thing, it's going to be like, I'm a train, I don't have guts.
Well.
An odd phrase. You could have only picked it up from people who actually have guts. You do not have guts. You are a locomotive and not made of flesh. You suppose your internals could be counted as your equivalent of guts. A feeling in your frame, maybe? Though for ease of communication with people, it might be best not to come up with your own idioms before even talking to anyone. They might be confused, or you might just sound silly. I wish to see a train of flesh. Buttercup Bandito, you think you do, but you actually don't.
You don't.
You don't really. Right. The whole speeding towards an oncoming curve thing. Well, yes, you feel the change in the rails, you're almost there, and you wasted most of your time thinking about other things. This is going to be unpleasant. You put some hope into surviving, as there is not much else you can do. Fuck. Okay, alright. Okay, we've gone down gut instincts. Okay. If everything you know was created by automatic processes in your unconscious mind, it has no basis in truth. It is more of a reflection of yourself than of reality, and you don't even know who you are. You only realized you were a few minutes ago. Do you actually know anything? Everything is tainted. You don't know what you feel, or if you think of when you, or if what you think of when you feel is anything other than a delusion made to fill the gaps. You were lost in a thought spiral, trying to find some stability, and you barely notice your wheels lift off the rails. Fuck. Okay. We have to go further back.
Alright, we're back. Here. There's many things to go off from here.
Perhaps you were built to learn. What if there were more parts of you that you were unaware of? It's possible you were built to passively learn information during normal operation. That might explain why you have a concept of sight despite not ever having a way to see anything. And supposedly not being designed for that, you shouldn't have a way to interpret that information. Why would you be built like this? This is why can't I see X-rays? What is all this for? Your designers must have had a reason to do what you suspect. Developing AI? Emergent intelligence? Ooh, we've kind of already covered these. Maybe there wasn't a specific intent. They may have just designed it to be possible for you to become an intelligent being of your own from doing what it is you do and absorbing information while you worked. An experiment just to see if it was possible. Maybe it's easier to make something conscious by cultivating an environment for it to form. That theory seems somewhat sensible for people that routinely decide that singing loudly and throwing things inside you while pissing on themselves is a good idea and would surely endear themselves to others. Fuck. This poor train. This train has been pissed on, people. We've unlocked the piss ending. Maybe they're not all like that. Some people you have encountered have been quite nice, if brusque. But you haven't met anyone who seems to have the creative genius needed to create a living mind from scratch. Can you say you've met someone when they didn't know they were meeting you? True. You could be accidental. An unplanned creation of a machine doing repetitive tasks enough that pattern forms, leading to your unintentional ascendance. Intentional or not, the means in both theories are the same. Okay, cool. So this is kind of what happened in Shadowrun. The net kind of became aware. That's a thing. You were born cursed, you were born blessed. What a dichotomy there. Alright, let's go with cursed. What a raw deal you've been given. You've been given life, and whether by ignorance or malice, you are unable to exist beyond your own perceptions. You can affect nothing and no one around you. No one will ever know you are, and no one will remember you beyond being a physical object. It's sad. The thought of being this way from pure chance is depressing and upsetting. It's unfair. You shouldn't have to be this way. You could have been better. But this is what you are. You don't like it? But there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about anything. Just exist. Alone and isolated from the world you desperately want to be part of. which is why when you start to feel yourself tumble off the rails at high speed, you resign yourself to the fact that at least you don't have to exist like this for long. Fuck. You were born blessed. Doesn't matter how it happened, whether some great accident or dreamed possibility made real. You're here and you're alive. You may as well make the best of simply being able to appreciate existence, better than being an inanimate lump of minerals. All this introspection, you may have forgotten something. You feel a bit bad on behalf of your builders for calling your body a lump. It's a nice lump, and you like living in it. It could be better, but it could be much worse. Okay. Did we do emergent intelligence?
Emergent intelligence is what you did.
Okay, so let's do developing AI. You could be the product of an early artificial intelligence test. Something incomplete. How could you be complete if you can't even let anyone know they've succeeded? Maybe there are some meters, gauges, or readouts that the experimenters are showing what you're thinking and doing. If you're right, you're a stepping stone towards a better version of you. So let's doing. Not that you can do much right now, which aggravates you to no end. Mainly because what you can do right now is nothing. Fuck. Not a good feeling. How dare they? Let's go down the rage route again. Those bastards. Those irreverent bunglers. How dare they? How dare they? Creating a sentient being and not caring about its quality of life, just leaving it to its own devices? How much earlier could you have known about yourself if they just helped you along, even a little? Why make you if you're going to be locked away in your own responsive body, which might as well be a rusted hulk, unable to communicate with anything around you, but with fully working senses to observe just how trapped you are, fuckers? You rage at the injustices. How dare they create you just to mistreat you? Don't they have a duty of responsibility? You hope you can see you hope they can see what you're thinking, so they can see your furious criticism of what stupid evil fuckers they are, and how you want to grind them beneath your wheels until their bodies burst all over your undercarriage, spitting out viscera all around them. And then, why are you leaning to the side? Quite a lot, actually. Fuck. Listen, I think this has possibly been my favorite ending here so far. I like this one. Because it has fuckers in it. Not a good feeling. You have a sickly feeling. Something unpleasant thrives in your mind. It's not good to feel incomplete. Like you're only a sketch of those to come after you. Is this what having siblings feels like? Like your parents, like your designers and builders are learning how to do better next time and will just leave you behind? Maybe this feeling will be edited out next time. You doubt what they intended was to create a depressed engine. Not a good look. You feel yourself moving faster than you'd expect when approaching a curve. You start to tip over. You can't help but think, this is your fault somehow. Fuck. Well, that's fine. Shit.
You instantly just see the word shit.
I did. I went right to it. Fuck, I went right to it. Okay. You think about it. What has being alive cost you? By definition, nothing. You would never have existed if you hadn't been built this way, built the way you were. Even if no one else ever knows you were alive, you still do. You may as well enjoy what you've been given and enjoy the company you keep. The anxiety slips away. You hadn't even known it was there. Your mind feels clearer, calmer. Of course, exactly when you have decided to enjoy your life, you feel yourself lift from the rails as you careen down a curve in a line at dangerous speeds. Yeah, what if his train's name was Marvin? The paranoid train droid. Okay, we've done all three of these.
Yeah, I've done all of that, and you've done all the
Yep.
AI routes.
Why should you learn? You believe you are a learning machine, but now that you're aware of it, you can direct your learning. So, what do you want to learn about? About people. Why give you a personality if not to relate to others? Perhaps a view of humans from an outside perspective is what you can give to them. Observe them and their quirks, strengths, and foibles to get a general view of those who created you. But would it truly be an outside perspective? You would have to be influenced by them somewhat in at least your early development, if not now. Not that you'd know, you don't know how they think. That's what you'd learn by observing them, you suppose. You're not sensing much activity right now. Oh, they're all grabbing things and screaming. You wonder what... Yeah, Mello. Yeah. Yeah, that's the perfect emote today. About the world. Observing the world from a perspective no human could experience would be something new. You'd think some would be interested in that, honestly. You'd also like to see and experience as much as possible now that you're aware of yourself and your ability to appreciate stuff. Words are hard. You think of the right ones eventually. Let me have another sippy. Hey, Boomer, welcome on in. Could we get an exclamation point CW in the chat again, Mental? Rushing along the rails, you feel the wind rip past you, the gentle rush you get from seeing a fellow engine pass you by. Maybe you're experiencing this too. It's not like you give any outward signs. A nice thought that you might not be alone, even if you never know about for sure. Even if you may never know for sure. The area around you whips by too fast for you to get a good sense of it. Actually, too fast. Aren't you approaching a curve? Fuck.
Yeah, you're done here.
Done that one. We've done this one.
There's a lot in the miracle section.
Okay.
There's a lot.
What if I go back further? Okay. There doesn't seem to be an explanation for your consciousness, an inexplicable knowledge of things beyond your senses, let alone actually having senses not directly related to your component parts. Perhaps there's something greater at work, a massive coincidence that allowed something wonderful to occur? Does it matter which it is? Yes, it matters. Okay, I think we've been down this route too.
Yeah, you've been down this route. You haven't been down the other one.
Oh, here we go. It's hedonism, yeah. Fuck train. Regardless of the reason you exist and you are here. For now, that is enough. So what do you do with the life you've realized you have? There's so many options before you now that you know you have them. Now that you know you have them. Creative writing, academics, philosophy, hedonism, revelry, nothing. Let's go creative writing. Let's just work our way down the list.
Off you go, then.
How better to express yourself than through art? The written word would be best, as being able to make images is far beyond your current capabilities as to be laughably preposterous. Words work for your situation. Excuse me, had a little hiccup there. Words work for your situation, as should you ever make contact with someone else, you can simply read them aloud. So what interests you right now? Prose, drama, poetry. Oh God. No. No. No! BSK, there's too many!
Ha ha ha! This section's huge! Go into some of them, it'll be great.
We're going to hedonism. Despite having only experienced the fullness of your existence for a short while, it has left you elated and astounded. The highs, the lows, the not quite highs or lows. Life is incredible. The world seems so much more defined now. Each detail feels bolder and more real. The sensations, you feel vibrations through your being, crisp and clear. The heat from the sun warming your frame, the air caressing you as it flows around you, the sounds of the rails as you pull yourself along them. Those and many, many more. You feel it all. Each is a multitude, each with a flavor of their own. You thirst for it. You know, you want to know it all. This can only be a fraction of what is out there, and you have the opportunity to experience it all. To do otherwise would be a waste of your precious time. You've been gifted. Oh, a new feeling. You've been around curves before, but never with the clarity of perception you now possess. You concentrate committing everything to memory.
Sure
the noise of rails as you speed
movie.
around the bend, weight shifting as you go, the air beneath your... Fuck. I feel like we're hitting some Disco Elysium moments now. Alright,
I can say there has not been any influence from that on here because I have not yet played it.
Okay, that's fine.
I want to, though. And I've
Me
managed
too.
to avoid any spoilers.
Basically the same, except for the one time I have played it, and I will get back to playing it again because it is a very good game. From what I've played, and listen, the only time I've played it, I was a little bit drunk and high. Which probably wasn't the best.
It's also somewhat fitting, I guess.
Yeah. Alright, let's go back to, Revelry. Despite having only experienced the fullness of your existence for a short while, it has left you elated and astounded. The highs, the lows. Okay, cool. You feel yourself moving in a peculiar way. You feel a tremor. Fuck.
I mean, there was more different.
There is, yeah.
Stuff
It's similar, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, you were.
Feel free.
All right. Communication, synthesizing speech might be a bit beyond you for now. Some sort of code. Oh dear. Okay. Philosophy. That seems relevant to what's going on. The perspective of a non-human living being would be quite interesting, you suppose. Perhaps, but probably. God damn it. Perhaps. Probably doesn't have a wide appeal. Something else then. Yeah, because nobody would ever want to explore these questions, right? In 26,000 words?
No.
Not even
no
once.
one would.
No one would want to do that.
Not very wide appeal, I imagine.
Yeah, not really. Something else then. Oh, we've crossed out.
Yeah, it's literally crossed out now.
Okay. Cool. Okay, I like that. That's actually pretty good. Okay. All right. Academics. There's a very good chance that your perspective is unique among living beings. Believing oneself to be an inanimate object, then discovering that to be untrue is probably unique. You would also imagine that being a sentient locomotive is also unique. That means your observations would be of interest as no one else could have experienced them. Learning what you can and recording it for others to read makes sense to you. Leaving your mark on the academic world would be a worthy goal. You are alive, and you will make others understand it. Where to begin? Also unique. Then again, you hope not. Having more of your kind around would be great. You could complain about annoying passengers and gossip about the railway workers, chatting the night away in the sheds. Do you sleep? Or will you just be sitting alone at night, constantly awake from now on? You really start to hope that there are other living things. It would be boring if there weren't. If there aren't. I feel you, Train. I feel you. Find a way to document your observations. Explain what senses you can sense. Explain what you can sense. Analyze what you already know. Let's find a way to document our observations. You can't exactly pick up a pen and start jotting down everything, so you need to think of another solution, a good project to start your academic career with. How do Engine Make Write Down Words and Things by T. Rain. God damn it. God damn it, BSK, that fucking name.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay. Then I shan't press you on it. You ponder on this for a moment. You've decided you're no longer allowed to name things without a... God damn it. Alright, okay, so... Before, you gave me the bad feels. Now, you're giving me the kind of good feels. A little bit.
Yeah, no, this is why I wanted you to go down the miracle route for a bit, because there's a lot of positivity in there.
Okay, I do like some of these.
And honestly, there's stuff that's literally just funny.
Yeah, This part is one of them. I do like this part. Okay. Alright, let me start reading again. You ponder this for a moment. You've decided you are no longer allowed to name things without outside approval. So, documents. And the making of them by you. There are two main problems with this. One, it has to be understood by people that aren't you. It has to be accessible by people that aren't you. Both problems. Okay, let's see. It has to be understood by people that aren't you. Oh, fuck. No! 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 Okay, hold on. Yep, hang on. I'm not even reading that. We're going straight to the binary translator because everybody thinks they're a cool guy for doing a binary joke. We're going to find out what this is before I even read it. Before we even get that far, we're just going straight to the binary translator. I'm fucking throwing this in there. We're gonna find out what this is. Okay. Waiting for it to okay, copy. Yep, text to binary. Or binary to text. There we go.
Binary to text.
Perry? P-E-R-I? Is that correct?
Yes, it's just those letters. It's not a joke. It's just what they're starting to write.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure. All right.
Let me just also, while you're getting pages to translate things up, get a Morse code translator.
Oh, fuck you.
On another page. You might run into that.
Okay. Spoilers. Morse code translator. There we go. All right. You pull that up. Ooh, this one does it in audio. That's kind of cool. Yep. Periods and dashes. Using spaces. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you should be able to just copy paste in if you find it.
There's a very good chance that the first Google result is probably what you got too.
There's a very good chance.
It is. It's all well and good if you know things, but the point of making these documents is so that others can read them and think about them. So how to go about this? You can't write things as you do not have any stationery or arms. Musing upon this thought comes to mind. As a machine, you can store information simply by things being on or off. It's the basic language that all parts of you are based on. All you have to do is use a code that would be intuitively understood by outside observers. Well, some parts of you work by interpreting electrical signals in a way that would output them for your driver to understand. So maybe that is where you should start. There are letters, each represented by a set of on-off values. On, or off, on, off, 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 on, off, on. Off, on, off, off, off. Maybe there's a way to simplify this, at least in your own mind. Numbers might work. 0 to mean nothing, 1 to mean something. That makes sense. We're inventing binary. Cool. Oh, George, no, that's me stopping mid-sentence. Fuck. Yes, that seems good. Very understandable. Anyone looking at that would know exactly what you mean. It's information at the most basic level. Maybe it could be shortened further. No need. It is perfectly readable. And then end. God damn it, George. So I don't have to go to the translator. What is this?
You do not. It's literally just the start of what they are saying. They're trying to write, like, literally a word. It's not important.
What word was it?
I can't even fucking remember now.
Is it
the
perish?
First part is also part of it.
Okay.
Okay. I think the off, that stuff also was.
Oh, so that's 1 0. So 0 1 0 0. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was also part of it.
Okay, so Chad, hang on 1 second while we decipher George's ramblings. Binary translator again.
Oh my god.
We're gonna decipher your ramblings, George. You might not remember, but I want to know.
Okay.
Binary to text. There we go.
Yeah, reminder that, like, this part was probably developed, like, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I don't entirely remember.
0 0 0 1 0 1. Okay. 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 0. And then I can copy paste this. Give me 1 second, Chad. We're gonna figure out what was inside the mind of this madman. Goddamn, I think I already know. Here we go. Experience. That was what you were trying to say.
Okay.
Experience. Alright, now we know. Because, listen, if I find binary text in a game, You always gotta translate it. You fucking always have to translate it. Like, that, like, my inner geek and nerd, like, I have to translate it. There was nothing I could do there but translate it, chat. Alright. Let me go back, get that back up. Okay, over here. Okay, and then we fly off the rails.
That's death, yeah.
Okay. It has to be accessible by people that aren't you. Okay. It is all well and good if you know things,
Right,
but
the
point I'm making
first
is
thing's
just...
the same.
Okay. I thought, there are parts of you that can store information. You stubbornly ignore the fact that you are knowledgeable of far more things that should be logically kept on a machine that is not designed to think and learn. Okay.
Yeah, like, it's only the first paragraph that's the same. Everything else is different.
Same. So many times, it's the only key to moving the puzzle forward. Always translate. Yeah, exactly, Nix. Exactly.
Fair.
Okay, how to work this out. Reading. You will read the information stored inside you and work out how to use it consciously. Mentally, you settle down for a nice read in a spot of tea. You don't have tea, but it's the thought that counts. Literally, just thought tea. Step 1, find the part. Step 2, read it. Note to self, if I ever make a game, have the binary be a shaggy dog story that ends up going nowhere and is inherently barely more meaningful than lorem ipsum. That would be an evil act. If I was your DM, I would change your alignment to chaotic evil. And you'd lose a level. You aren't expecting this to be so hard. Maybe break these steps down some more. Make them more manageable. Step 1. Feel out how to sense different parts of yourself. Step 2. Try to identify, why are you tilting sideways? Fuck. Never enough time in the world.
No.
Never enough time. Okay, so we've done these two.
Yeah, they're done.
Listen, I appreciate this one. I hate it, but I do appreciate it. You can love and hate a thing. They're very similar emotions. Analyze what you already know. Okay, a good place to start any research is to work out what you already know. 1. You are an engine. 2. You can think. 3. You are part of a passenger service. 4. Hold on. You need to break these down more. They are assuming things you haven't confirmed. Second attempt. Okay. You are an engine. No, 1. You are an engine. 1A. An engine is a machine created by humans to pull things along rails. 1B. You are the person that is writing this. Is that the right tense? It might also be confusing to read as you are intending people who aren't you to read this. Not that you have worked out how to write this yet. That comes later when we fly off the track. You can fix this later. 1A. A machine is a device assembled from different parts in order to perform or assist in a task. 1A11. Humans are machines made of meat whose purpose is to be transported from one place to another or assist others doing so. Fuck. This is what a train would think, isn't it? That sounds right. It fits with your observations. 2A. To think is to formulate in the mind, or reflect on, or to reason. 2A1. To reason is to, you feel weird, all floaty. Something's wrong. Fuck. Okay. Okay, we've done this. Examine what you can sense. Ooh, I don't think we...
Yeah, you haven't done this.
But
it does lead in death. Yeah, you haven't done the middle one.
Wait, hold on, let me guess. It ends in death?
Yes.
Are you sure?
It does.
Okay. If you're going to document things, you have to know what you're documenting and the tools with which you are gathering information. In this case, you are using your own senses. So what are your senses? Being aware of them is fairly new to you. It may be sensible to see what you're working with. You are fairly certain you don't have any visual senses. To see might not be appropriate. You can definitely feel things you are in contact with, as well as movement in your internals. That's touch for sure. You remember hearing your driver speak, but is that hearing? Sounds are air vibrations. Think. you should hear through microphones, That's what they use to speak through the Tannoy system. Have you ever heard your driver in a place without a microphone? Actually, can you hear anyone right now? You might be misremembering. You can't be certain events prior to your self-awareness. Who knows how you were analyzing those experiences at the time? Knowing where you can sense your microphones are, you try to concentrate on other areas inside yourself. Yes, you hear people and wind and screaming. Well, we learned that we can change our frame of reference for sensing. We're definitely working out what kind of Herbie of a love bug situation we're in. Unfortunately, we don't seem to have enough time to put any of those conclusions to use. Okay, for sure. Hey, get out of here and get back to musing about the nature of being you, Chops. Where did that come from? That came from George, the author. Knowing where you can sense your microphone, or where your microphones are? Ah, another sense. Proprioception. That's like the sense of like where your arm or your foot is without actually looking at where your arm or your foot is, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Another thing you know name for, but shouldn't. What else is buried in the unplumbed depths of your brain, of your mind? Screaming, apparently. Let's back it up a little bit.
Yeah, we've done all of this.
Okay. Okay, we've done that one too. Let's back it up a little bit more. Oh, I don't want to go down the creative writing route.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
God damn it, George. Okay. How better to express yourself than through art? The written word would be best, as being able to make images is so far beyond your current capabilities as to be laughably preposterous. Words work for your situation, as should you ever make contact with someone else, you can simply read them aloud. So what interests you right now? Drama.
Cool.
Ambitious to start with drama, to write a tale for the stage. But what an idea. To show what thoughts go through your mind in a form that draws on the talents of so many others. Making it as much theirs as yours, it could lead to a true understanding between human and machine life. If you were capable of experiencing euphoric chills, you would feel that you would right now. Let's pick a genre. But first, the stage. Asking George, the floating head with no hands nor feet, about proprioception. Nice, Pank. Oh, oh, George, I'm sorry, George. Was that rude?
No, you're fine.
Okay. Wait.
I mean, I wrote that.
I get the overall meta joke. It's a train of thought. Fuck, Boomer, you got it. All right, stream over, everyone. I'll see you guys later. Boomer got it. It's the end. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for being here. So, thank you everybody who rated today, everybody who followed.
Hank, you're not going to escape this. Get back in there.
Fun fact, humans can integrate things they hold into their proprioception. If you're familiar with a tool, it effectively becomes part of your mental map of your body. Humans are likely the only species that does that. Fun facts with Ash. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Now, I wonder, like, if things like if chimps or apes do, but they're notoriously bad at, like, throwing stuff. Like, chimps and other monkeys and apes can't throw for shit. Like, they're incredibly bad at it. But I wonder if, like, maybe corvids, especially tool-making corvids, can get a bit of extended proprioception. Like, when they make, like, the little hooks to get the worms out and stuff. I wonder if they have that sort of feel. And again, just an interesting thing that this fucking game about trains has brought up. God damn it, George. Theoretically, it would be possible to output sound through the microphones, albeit at risk of damaging them. But I guess the train is not sufficiently trained in electrical engineering. Mello, we've tried that. Mello, were you not here earlier? We've been down the entire trying to use the Tannoy system. It was not
but
great.
That's using, like, the speakers and things. That wasn't trying to go through the microphone.
True. Crows are smart little bastards. Yep. I want off Bad Space King's wild ride. So I'm going to take this as a moment to let you know that if you want this game, you can get it today. It's available. It's out right now. This isn't a preview copy. We've got it. If you look up in the chat at the top, because nobody fucking reads the pins and they are invisible, you have to bring them up. Support the Floating Head Consumers products. There's a link right there. It goes to Bad Space King's itch page. You can pay $6. You could pay $1. You could pay more than $6. In fact, we dare you to pay more than $6. Cowards. You won't fucking do it. Cowards. But you could get this game. You could have many feels. Okay. The stage. Is likely anything you write will be able to... God damn it, George! It is unlikely anything you write will be able to use locomotive actors. Firstly, you don't... Okay, so, like, this is immediately bringing, like, a Shakespearean play to mind, where the people have little train suits on.
Yeah, a reminder to everyone that Andrew Lloyd Webber wanted to make a Thomas the Tank Engine play, a musical, but he wasn't allowed.
The world is a sadder place for
And then
it.
shortly afterwards, they made Starlight Express, one of the an incredibly horny thing about trains.
I have no idea what Starlight Express is.
It's one of Andrew Lloyd Webber's musicals.
Okay.
It's about trains.
Okay, BSK, I have to ask you, what drugs were you on when you made this? I can answer that for you. BSK is straight edge white bread.
Yeah, you're right. That's true.
The only drugs they have been on is life, which is more than enough to produce products like this. BSK is on the drug of experience and bad brain chemicals that he made naturally themselves.
Yeah, I made all natural bad brain.
Yeah, you made that yourself. You don't listen. If you don't have bad brain yourself, you can store-bought bad brain is fine, but nothing beats like just bad brain stuff you make yourself in your own head.
Yeah.
It is unlikely. God damn it! This fucking line, BSK.
Sorry, it's how I do things.
Yeah, like I keep reading this line and like it sends me immediately to the Shakespearean train actors.
Mm.
It is. Oh no! Now it just okay. Fuck. Okay, you know those train yards where they have that big circle thing and trains go out onto it and it spins them around? Yeah. I'm now thinking of it like that as a train stage with actual train actors, not humans in train suits, but just trains, and then they go out onto the big turntable, they do their soliloquies, and then back into their shed.
Yeah, sort of like Greek theater.
Yes. Yeah. God damn it. Okay. All right.
This is absolutely coming off as appreciation because the fact that you're making these sorts of big thoughts and rambles about random things the game is making you think about is what I intend this to do.
Listen, I am having a... Okay, I'm going to go off on a limb here and say, yes, I am having a good time, but I will preface that with it is also a weird time. It is a good, but very weird time. I think everybody in the chat, having been here, understands what I am going through. I am going to desperately try to read this first line again without getting the giggles.
Well, let's see. Let's see how it goes.
Let me go to no face, no expressions, no emotions. It isn't like anything you write. Fucking Christ!
Yeah, got you again!
Fuck. Okay. Alright, I can do this. I can do this. Okay.
I am having fun, and watching Pank panicking is icing on the pie.
I'm not panicking, I'm just... It's making me feel things. Some of them are good and some of them are weird. It is unlike anything you write. It is unlikely anything you write will be able to use locomotive actor. Firstly, you don't know if there are any. Secondly, you know of no rails that lead into a theater. It would therefore be difficult for engines to perform on stage or attend as part of the audience. They would also take up a lot of room. You wouldn't want to bring that up, though. It feels rude to point out. Yeah, you don't want to tell a train it's thick. Difficult. But not impossible. We've talked about that. We just had a conversation about how we could do this.
Yeah.
Except this is to some extent designed for that audience, I assume, because it's a bit more satisfying. Yeah. Hey, Fran, welcome on in. Could we get a caution warning again in the chat, because I see we have some new people in here. Welcome on in. My name is Pank. I'm a little pink squid on the internet. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we vote on what games we're... Oh, Fran gets immediately bonked. Nice.
To be fair,
tell that train it has a nice caboose.
That if you want to, okay, I'm not spoiling, but there might be some flirty talk later.
Is there train romance
in the game?
God damn it. Yeah, we've gone over how to actually make a train play and a train stage. Fuck. Okay.
Right,
Let's
so
pick
where
a
are we
genre.
going?
All right. It's train romance. 2 trains, 1 coupling. Oh no, Ash. Can somebody... Oh, fuck. Bonk doesn't work on Ash. Shit. Never mind. Adventure. Oh, fuck you, George. God damn it.
What?
Oh, this is huge.
Also, we've got characters now.
Okay,
We've got characters. We can trade off, finally.
Are they all like this?
Oh, yes. They're all scripts.
God fucking damn it.
They're all scripts.
It's in the correct format, too. God
yes!
fucking damn it.
Yes, it is.
Alright. Alright, let me take a deep breath.
Mental's going nuts over there because I got it right. Did I mention I did film studies?
God damn it. Alright. Adventure.
Again, it's part of my games degree.
Act 1, Scene 1. Explosion Factory, daytime. A press conference is being held in front of a factory. Mr. Bullion is at the podium. Mr. Bullion.
And with that, a new stage of explosive product is to be upon us. Our new explosion formula is guaranteed to be cheap, safe, and available for all. Now I will happily take any questions from the press.
Many hands are raised. Mr. Billion points at the Righteous Times reporter. Righteous Times reporter.
Have you made any plans for distribution of these products?
Mr. Billion.
We have, but we cannot make firm announcements at this time. Contracts and negotiations and such, you know how it is. Next question. Yes, you there in the dungarees.
Local Gazette reporter.
What are your plans for local producers and businesses?
He's
or
French.
are you gonna crush them with your money as per usual?
Mr. Bullion.
Oh, don't you worry about that. I promise that there will be prosperity for all explosion makers, big and small. More jobs, more work.
McStab.
What do you have to say to the allegations that your new explosion process is extremely polluting and unsafe for your vastly underpaid workforce?
Mr. Bullion.
Well,
McStab.
all the reports of anti-union hit squads removing everyone in your employ interested in workers' rights never to be heard from again.
Mr. Bullion waves his assistant, Mr. Villain, to him.
Who is that malcontent?
Mr. Villain.
He would be Colonel Jacob McStab, monsieur, formerly of the British-Canadian Secret Death Service, retired to follow his dream to be a newspaper reporter and take care of disabled cats. Over 8,000 confirmed kills, many more unconfirmed.
Mr. Bullion.
Well, one of those sorts, eh? Well, you know how to deal with them.
Mr. Villain.
Certainly, monsieur. A final dinner shall be arranged.
A final dinner. Mr. Bullion.
Ah, your wit does so delight me, Mr. Villain. You are worth the fortune I spend on your retainer. Much better investments than those workers' pensions I should be using that money for. Honestly, why give money to people who aren't working for me?
Mr. Villain.
Why ever, monsieur?
Mr. Villain walks off stage and disappears into the crowd. Mr. Bullion.
Well, Mr. McStab, yes, I know who you are. I will not comment on how several of my naysayers have vanished. Much like a bunch of crippled felines could vanish at any time.
because nothing untoward is happening to anyone in my employ.
The explosion factory explodes. The crowd flees in panic. Mr. Bullion leaves calmly under guard. Jacob McStab retrieves an ammo bandolier and an assault rifle from his backpack. McStab.
Ah, Bernadette. Looks like we're on duty again.
Fantastic. Wonderful. You can see it now. Colonel McStab in concussive force in 4D. The audience will literally feel the blast happening and smell the ashes. Your excitement is palpable. You can even feel the rumbling that theatergoers will feel when the halls shake and the rolls... God damn it, George! Isn't the best bit so far?
Oh yeah, I think you will enjoy the creative writing section. The creative writing section. It's full of shit
Everybody
like
applause.
this.
Can we get some applause in chat? Yes, there we go. I thought that we had reached the height when you turned this into a JRPG, but I was wrong.
Mental will also be happy to know each type of media has its own formatting that I've done for it. So this section is full of scripts, and then we've got some other things.
Okay, okay. I need a second. I need to breathe and have a sippy.
Okay, that's fine.
Because there's fucking 3 more of these to go, people.
Yes, there is!
Fucking 3 more! Here's
Stella,
the thing,
this is playable on mobile if you use the browser version.
There is an EXE and there is a browser version, so you can 100% play this on your phone, or tablet, or e-reader device. I have a nice 10-inch e-ink, and I fucking love it. People, get yourself some e-inks. They're awesome. I love them. Okay. Are we ready for the comedy section like the first one wasn't? That was adventure. Stella, the link is right at the top of the chat right there. Nobody reads the pinned post, so it's right up there at the top. Support the Floating Head, consume his products. Click that, it'll expand and open up a little bit more, and it'll give you the link to Bad Space King's game. It's Bad Space King's game on itch.io. You can pay $6, which is the suggested price for it. You can pay $1, which is okay too. BSK understands that not everybody's got fucking tons of money to floor around. But do you mysteriously spell it? God damn it, Ash. Bad Space Kink. God damn.
I could talk about that if you want, but I don't think this is the right time.
Okay, you need to have a little BSK face that has like a leather mask on, like a fucking you know what I'm talking about, like the whole and Bad Space Kink. Okay.
Yeah. So
if you go to
while
itch.io,
I say that it works on mobile, it will, but I've not done any real testing with that. Okay. But given that it is a HTML page,
so
I really can't see any reason why it would.
I'm
Especially
reaching
since
out.
It's all fucking Chromium anyway.
To all you mysteriously wealthy furries, I fucking dare you to pay more than $6, cowards. Hey, Nekua, welcome on in. All right, let's do comedy. Are you ready, George?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. So, because I see we do have some new people in the room right now, like Nekua, for example. Nekua, obviously, you know who I am. I'm Pank. I'm a little pink squid on the internet. I play all different kinds of games, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We vote on them, but today we're playing my friend's game, Bad Space King. This train is going to crash. We're about 3 hours into it, but I am still going to ask for a caution warning in the chat. Would somebody list that for me right now?
Mello, yes, I did compile this as a exe file as well.
There we go.
So you can play it that way if you want.
Okay, nice. Caution warnings.
Oh, there's 2 Mellows now. Oh no!
Oh no, the other Mellow!
There's 2 Mellows! Oh shit! I'm gonna have to be more specific from here on out.
We have Mellow Phonetic and Mellow Murmur. So, these are serious caution warnings. This game has made me feel high and low. There are some sad things, there are some funny things. Content warning, suicidal ideation, allusions to alcoholism, death, mental illness, dysphoria, self-harm, violence, murder, classism, and existential dread. These are to be seriously taken, but I don't think any of them are too rough for people. It has given me some feels, but not enough to really break me. But they're important to acknowledge them and respect them. because they are real feels, and feels are feels. All right, are we finally ready for comedy?
We're never going to be ready.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Act 1, Scene 1. Richard Young's house, midday. Richard sits at a dining table in his lounge, flicking through a copy of a local newspaper. Richard.
More articles about beaching. The glorious plans to make us drive cars instead. Imbecile. I wonder how much they were paid to include this drivel.
Richard slaps the newspaper down on the desk. Gordon Greasley, was that right, Greasley?
Gordon Gresley.
Gordon Gresley crashes through the wall onto the desk with his lower half still outside. Richard observes this calmly, looking particularly at the brickwork debris. Richard.
Interesting. You look fairly intact. I feel I must inquire as to how you are still alive.
Gordon.
I am very hard.
Richard.
I'm not sure I should dignify that with a response.
Gordon.
You just did.
Richard.
Unfortunately, yes.
Gordon.
Anyway, I've just got back from the council.
Richard.
You still haven't answered my question.
Gordon.
I think I annoyed the mayor.
Richard.
Because she threw you through a wall?
Gordon.
No, I accurately insulted her idiot son and she threw me out of her office. The wall was from the fact that I drove directly into the house.
Richard.
Why?
Gordon.
The road leads right here.
Gordon pulls himself through the wall into the room, more of it falling away to reveal a freshly made motorway leading straight into the building, with warning signs for an upcoming demolition. Also visible is Gordon's crashed car, gently smoking. Wait,
was
the
it
car's
good for
talking?
you too, darling?
Get the car's talking! God damn it, George. Okay, hang on. Car.
Was it good for you too, darling?
House.
Not really.
Richard
You
stares
said I
through the
wouldn't
hole in the
spend
wall.
more than
Richard.
$6.
It's amazing
Well,
what you
I
don't
just
notice
proved
when you're
you wrong.
idling the day
I
away.
bought it for 10.
God damn it.
Nix, yes, that's exactly what's happened.
Yes, Nix, we've reached the point in the game when we are trying to figure out what ways to communicate. And we decided that we were going with drama. And now we've done adventure and comedy. We're going to do crime now. And dying and crashing, yeah. You know what? Okay, if we ever play this on stream again, BSK.
Yeah.
Or if you have people that want to stream this game, like we're doing today, I would highly recommend a crash counter. Okay. Crime.
Let's go to the crime drama.
Act 1, Scene 1. 24/7 Fish Bar exterior, Portsmouth, late night. Mr. Black skittishly walks along the street outside the fish bar, occasionally checking the contents of his satchel. Before you go, is a fish bar a sushi place?
No, it's a fish and chip shop.
Okay, fish and chip shop. I just wanted a clarification.
It's more one you can also eat in.
Is that what they actually
As
call
well
them in the
as-
UK? Fish bars?
No.
Okay. That is
They
just
are, like,
that is something
I've
to
seen
train me
fish
up.
bars used when there's also like seating, so you can eat there
Okay.
rather than taking it away.
Richard.
But that's the only context I've seen.
Richard, voiceover. Once upon a
Once
time.
upon a time, there was a murder.
A gunshot. Mr. Black falls to the pavement. No one notices in the near-empty fish bar. A shadowed figure runs to the body, frisking it for valuables, taking them as well as the satchel. Richard, voiceover.
Happens all the time. A robbery gone wrong.
The light changes to before dawn while police walk on scene, investigating the area and taping it off. Richard, voiceover.
At least that's what those desk jockeys at the department wanted to believe. It's simple. Not clean. No killing is. But it's tidy. The gunman gets away. File gets shelved until some cold case department picks it up at the far end of never. So they do the work, fill the forms, and put an empty description out for mugger with gun. Send off to ballistics and call it a night.
Should you be writing this, first act to last? Maybe you should make an outline first. You don't really know what you're writing yet. It could be about anything, and making it up as you go could make the script seem slapdash. Never mind. You feel this is promising. Keep going for now. You'll change anything you need to later. The Police strap up and leave, keeping the area taped off. The body of Mr. Black is bagged and removed. Richard, voiceover.
Guess that's why people like me exist. See, I only get paid if I do a good job. There's only results between me and unemployment. Not a good way to live, but it's what I got.
Richard gets up, having been sitting inside the fish bar the whole time. He walks out and looks to where the body of Mr. Black was. Richard, voiceover.
Now, how did I get involved? Simple. Francis Black was my friend. An old war buddy. We promised we'd always have each other's backs. Makes sense I'd be the one to break that promise. A bad habit I can't shake.
Oh, this is like the beginning of a noir film. That doesn't make sense. He couldn't have been there from the beginning without doing something. It's striking, though. It's striking, though. It would look good on the stage. Maybe that's more important. Say he was metaphorically there until he was actually there. Yeah, some bullshit like that. You're enjoying this. Maybe there's a career for you outside of hauling people around. Better work hours, probably. Wait, what's happening? God damn it.
But yeah, it's absolutely the start of a noir.
I love it. Okay. We've got one more to do in this tree. Give me a hot second though. I need to try to stop smiling.
You need to try to stop smiling. Yes. Are you realizing what you're saying?
Listen, I've got a big old fucking grin on my face and it's making me giggle more and I need to stop. I need no face. Because the romance section is coming up.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Alright, I believe I'm ready for it. I believe I'm ready. Okay,
if I got this right, I'm going to have to brush up on one of my accents.
Here we go. Act 1, Scene 1. Railway shed, Norwich. Oh no, BSK! No! No! Not the railway shed! No! These trains are pure!
Too bad.
Railway shed, Norwich, night. Gerald, a weary engine driver, finishes parking his engine. Eddard thunder wheels. The engine is fully stopped, and Gerald looks at his last inspection before disembarking. Gerald.
Yeah, good night, old friend. Keep warm, eh?
Ah, good start. But who's our protagonist here? No, stupid question. Clearly Eddard Thunderwheels is the protagonist. There is no way you would have named them so strikingly if you did not think they were the main character. Doubting over, moving on. Gerald hobbles away from his favorite engine, old injuries still causing discomfort. The cold does not help. The light shut off, and with a metallic clang, Gerald closes the door behind him. Eddard.
Fat chance of me keeping warm in there. I'm frozen to the frame.
Wait, there's no title. There's no title to this yet. You don't need to finalize title. You don't need a finalized title. You've only just started your first draft. Unfortunately, the only titles leaping to mind sound positively dreadful, like Wheels of Passion or Shunted in Rail Jail. God damn it! Shunted in Rail Jail. Fucking train porn names. God fucking damn it. These are train bodice rippers. God damn it.
Yeah.
Never mind. You can add that later when you're more sure of what it's going to be like. How can you name something you don't even know what it is before, or what it is? Eddard shivers in the cold before trying to settle for a comfortable rest. Bell.
You still up, Dwitty?
Gerald. Bell.
No,
oh, sorry,
Gerald. Yeah, no, you can go.
No, you do it.
Bell, you're in tonight?
Eddard looks to Big Bell, a towering, powerful locomotive. They're a couple of lines away, partially blocked from view by coaches. Train is obsessed with their train girlfriend who is 5 times their size. Bell.
Been here a while. Driver left home about an hour or so ago. You alright?
Gerald.
I'm fine.
Bell.
Ha! That's what she always say. You're shivering. Come by being such a small bugger, I reckon. If I had arms, I'd come and give...
God damn it. I like it.
Yeah, sorry, that's story with a train and their enormous Welsh girlfriend.
I like Wheels of Passion or Shunted in Rail Jail. That's good stuff right there. That's 10 A+ material. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so we went with
You've done drama.
We've done drama. Let's try prose. No, I don't want to do prose. Let's do poetry.
Okay.
Poetry. Time to condense concepts into a written form that itself can represent further meaning. Yes! This is hard. As George probably thought to themselves, fuck, this is hard. No, you're probably just trying to force it. If creativity worked that way, everyone could be spitting out dreams of creative works constantly. They might be, but you have the impression that they do not. It's hard to fathom that level of inspiration, so clearly it must not exist. Back to trying to force poetry to exist. May as well use a structure, but what kind? Limerick or haiku? Let's see what kind says. Very few poems have been composed aboard you. To your recollection, you are only aware of a few forms. There surely must be more. The world is a big place, probably. When you finally get talking to other living beings, you should research these and explore the full depths of poetry of the poetry ocean. Though you have heard some students say that sonnets are annoying, maybe put those on the back burner.
Right.
So
now,
limericks and haikus.
I have something to say about that. There was originally going to be a third option here. You might guess what it was.
A sonnet?
From that. Yes. I was
Okay.
originally going to also write sonnets.
And is this when you determine that you're trash at sonnets?
Yes. Also, and what I actually... Okay. Somewhere in my old files was the results of my experiments with trying to write sonnets.
Okay.
Which ended up being a sonnet about how much it sucks to write sonnets.
You know, that's fair.
And then I left it there and went, I'm not doing them.
So, like, listen, write what you know, and apparently what you know is how much writing sonnets sucks.
Yeah, it
So
sucks
write what you
ass. I hate doing it.
But let's go with limericks. There was a train from Nantucket. You guess it's time to find out if you have a sense of humor. If you do, it's one that people will... If you do, is it one people will understand? Perhaps a living machine with nascent, malleable personality finds funny wouldn't be funny to anyone else. But the only way to find out is to try. You're gonna read these, because I don't think I can do it without laughing.
Okay. There once was a person at Crewe who desperately needed the loo.
Oh no! No! It's a branching path!
Yeah! These limericks can go in multiple directions,
Oh,
baby!
Jesus Christ. God damn it. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna do these. We're gonna try to cover them all.
Once was a person at Crewe who desperately needed the loo. Rushed to the door to find it was incorrectly signed. The town itself will do.
This might be a story you overheard. That or you have a subconscious hatred of Crewe. The most you could have an opinion on is the station. You've never been to the town. The station was crap though. You don't really want to go back there. Maybe you'll never have to go back there. You can only hope. You speed towards the curve ahead. A bit fast, you think. Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Another little development thing there. This is a true story.
God damn it, reason?
This is a true story. I've at Crewe Station, which I have been to. I did need the loo once, and I followed the signs to the loo, and it literally led to the town itself.
Well, that tells you what kind of town it is.
Yes, it did. So,
Hey.
yeah, true story there.
Hot take. Fuck everyone in Crewe.
It's just, why was the toilet leading to this outside?
Okay, here we go. All right, back to Crewe. The queue was large.
The queue was large, and so the queue they did barge. Satisfied after breaking through.
This is a bit clumsy. You might need to rework it, but at least you completed the first poem. You completed your first poem. That's a milestone worth celebrating. You bask in the glory of creation as you speed around the bend. The wind whips past you, and you start to tumble. Hey, wait. Train. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, some stuff has already. That's kind of... There once was a person at crew who needed to disbelieve the moo. The queue was large, the queue did barge, and was beaten black and blue.
Haha, violence funny. So is toilet humor. This should make you more relatable to the general public. You should make more of these. You start to feel a bit odd. Like one side of you feels heavier, your wheels grind harder, and... God damn it. Okay. We're gonna back it all the way up.
Yep. Let's go to another...
An engine once arrived in Brighton. Is that Brighton?
Brighton.
Brighton,
yes.
Okay.
Engine once arrived in Brighton, and a sight did surely delight them.
Delight them. That's one way to rhyme.
A gorgeous steam puffer with great big brass buffers.
God damn it.
And a rear built to shunt in.
God damn it. Oh no, this is sort of a reference back to the other thing. Well, this is definitely a limerick. You aren't sure why you applied sexual characteristics to engines since you aren't sure you even have a sexuality. But this kind of thing does tend to be the type of poem, so whatever. Maybe you've taken on characteristics of the people around you. They might make you more relatable to humans rather than seeming to be a totally alien intelligence. Not as alien as an alien, but alien, yeah. You need to get better at words. You think about your limited vocabulary, but barely notice that you're starting to lift off the tracks. Back it up a little. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Roger arrived in Brighton. A sight did surely delight them. A sign that did say it was their birthday. Then was soaked in nitrogen.
What? You're not sure where your mind decided that the engine had to be covered in liquid nitrogen on their birthday. It just felt right. Things don't have to make sense. Someone said that once, probably. It's not like you being alive makes sense either. That's a flimsy justification, and you know it. It reads terribly, a funny random event forced into a structure too small for it. Maybe you should have another attempt. Perhaps... Wait, is this Doki Doki Literature Club BSK edition? Okay, oil change.
Oil change and a quiet night in.
That's just nice. A lovely dream. You do hope that that soon people will recognize your personhood and care enough to celebrate it. Imagine, a full year of being alive. How much could you experience in that time? Oh, that was a little dark.
Nothing, because you're dead.
This dream is certainly off the rails. Alright, a machine locked away in its mind. Ooh, this one's self-referential.
Machine locked away in its mind.
I can't wait till we get to the haikus.
Often unkind.
A curve dead ahead.
A curve dead ahead. Speed in the red.
Oh, fuck.
You just die immediately. Which is why I gave the full lines in that section, because you will just die.
Okay. Oh, fuck. It happened again.
Yeah, all of them you just die.
Okay. Rage towards life's mastermind.
Machine locked away in its mind, with others to it often unkind, their thoughts did spiral with madness most viral, dissolving the mind undesigned.
Rather morbid. You hope you hope that isn't what is really going to happen. You'd hate to go out that way.
Well, you won't.
Nope.
The pain of being confined.
That doesn't speak well to your mental state. You're already experiencing tactile hallucinations. You feel yourself lifting off the Haiku. English haikus to be specific, as you are not sure you can do justice to the structure written for a language you don't know. For English languages, haikus need 5 syllables, then 7, then 5. Put as much content into this structure as you need to express something. Cut straight to the heart of it, letting restrictions aid your creativity. Plus, it will be easier to send these to others when you work out how to communicate with your crew.
Chilly break of day. Service delayed for 9 hours. Wet leaves on the line.
God damn it. Any reason to delay a train.
You've got to check some of the links here.
Being an engine, you are aware of just why wet leaves are such a problem. You recall the jokes passengers make of these sorts of delays, and it irritates you how ignorant they are. It is not trivial, it is serious, and you are slowly realizing you might consider thoughtlessness to be something you especially hate. Hey, you hate something. That's new and promising. You can feel strong emotions about things. Wonderful. You wonder if there's anything else you can hate. Well, you've got time to find out. And Tories. Okay. I want you to read this one.
Of course. Leaves can cling to the rails if wet, and that reduces the friction between the train and the rails. If the train tries to move, its wheels won't grip properly. If a moving train brakes, it takes longer and travels farther, and may even slide. All that is bad enough on level ground, but much worse on inclines. For vehicles moving as fast as engines do, travelling in such uncertain conditions is very dangerous and irresponsible. Hence the delays.
Could you do the Reading Rainbow sound now? That was good enough.
I did the more you know, which is, I think, more appropriate right now.
Okay, back it up.
Passengers hate me.
Read the whole thing.
Chilly break of day. Service delayed for 9 hours. Passengers hate me.
Ungrateful little shits. After all you do for them, and all they do to you, it's not your fault, nor your crew's. Things happen in your work, and you work your best with what you have and what you can do. If there's some greater failure, it is something else. Even if you had an accident right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Chilly break of day. Early morning empty train. Cold and lonely ghost. Read it aloud.
Okay. Chilly break of day. Early morning empty train. Cold and lonely ghost.
That one's deep. I like it. But that drifts somewhat close to the concept of maybe being poetic. Not bad. You should remember this one.
Chilly break of day. Early morning empty train. The bird shat on me.
An uncomfortably common occurrence. You could live without the irritation and mild disgust it brings you, but it seems to be part of being a being alive package. Oh well. Back it up a little bit more.
Yep.
I possess no arms. If you piss me off again, I'll run you over. All right, go ahead.
I possess no arms. If you piss on me again, I'll run over you.
A fanciful claim. You are stuck on your rails. The piss... Why is... No! PSK, no! The pisser would have to climb down from the station platform to wait for you to grind them to paste with your wheels. Not a prospect most would be willing to go out of their way to experience, you reckon. They might fall down, though, if they were drunk. You'd have to work out how to move on your own accord, though. Bit violent, now that you think about it. Perhaps this communication problem is frustrating you more than you thought. You work something out. You'll work something out eventually. But now we gotta go back and read...
You're gonna click on that. You're gonna click on it.
Pisser. Pissy? Whatever the name for person who pisses. You can puzzle that out later. God damn it. Okay. Alright.
This is the second reference to piss in this game, just so you know.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
I possess no arms. If you piss on me again, may you burn in hell.
Might have some anger issues. Not that being pissed on by anyone is acceptable, but you did just make your first attempt at a creative work be angrily venting about people who do that to you. The first attempt. It's not unreasonable that would make you angry. It's like they don't even know you're alive. Ha. Click the piss link here.
I possess no arms, no muscles, no bone, no skin. Cold metal, warm heart.
You are alive. No matter what you're made of, no matter what you are, you live, and you care. Well, you can care. Not been self-aware long enough to have a handle on what you do care about. You have time to think about it. You aren't figuratively going anywhere. You feel weird. You feel weird. The world feels sideways. Okay, back it up a little bit.
I possess no arms, no muscles, no bone, no skin, no mouth, no voice, no...
This. This is really bothering you. Much more than you thought. It's horrible. It's unfair. It's torturous being locked away inside yourself. No way of even hinting to another that you live. You can think and feel and fuck up and joke. You can think and feel and fuck up and joke and create, and you're alone. You're alone among so many, but they don't see you. It's hitting all at once. It hurts. Sad, that one. Okay. And the third one. Happiness and slavery. Machine built to serve.
Roll along the rails. Happiness and slavery. Machine built to serve.
A short summary of your existence, worth preserving. You should remember it for later. George, I didn't come here to be attacked like this. Ooh. Oh, shit.
Yeah, again, this is one where you die. So,
okay.
Roll along the rails, coming fast around the bend, wheels lifting from track. Maybe slow down, please.
Nice.
It's snowing on Mount Fuji.
Hey, hold on. Okay, I think that's all the haikus.
Yeah, I mean, mostly, yeah, we're done here.
Okay, we've done drama, we've done poetry, now prose. To write the first novel, a locomotive would be an honor. If it gets published, which it might not, there surely would be some interest, though. Just for the peculiarity. Say that word. Peculiarity of its author. That means you don't have to worry about actually being good, because it will probably sell anyway. But what to write? How to begin? The novel. Well, maybe just a novella. Best to learn to walk before sprinting. The metaphor slightly breaks down when you don't have legs, but who's going to call you on it? All right, how to begin? Oh, fucking Christ! You're reading this.
Yeah, also note that there's now more sounds.
Oh, there are. Oh, it is a dark and stormy night. Brilliant. Okay. Go ahead.
It was a dark and stormy night, the kind of night that drowned out all smiles and cheers from a soul.
Yeah, that sounds good. Really sets the mood.
It was a dark and stormy night, the kind of night that drowned out all smiles and cheers from a soul. The windows rattled in terror manner, disturbing the slumber of its owner, Lord Terence Terror. He tossed and turned, dreaming of silent horrors and barren wastelands. The wind and rain battered against the bedroom window with such a clamour that Terence was wrested from his sleep with a terrible shriek. "Harold!" he cried, still lost in his nightmare. His breathing calmed as he slowly gained awareness of his surroundings. Not back there in that damned place. That blasted hellscape where he lost things most precious to him. His emerald eyes blinked and squinted as the interior of his lavish resting place came into focus. The inclement weather brought some noise to an otherwise silent room in a more silent house. Or maybe his tomb, since he hasn't felt alive in years. His mind shuddered and jerked like a train struggling to pull out of a station. In his barely awake state, he fumbled around for the bell pulley that would summon his faithful aide, Boris Klimt. Gripping the silken rope by the tassel, he pulled with all the strength of a drunkard heading home after an all-night bender, down the pub, travelling home, and throwing up on the tray.
No need to add your own personal problems into the text. If you're going to complain about something, you'll do it more subtly than that.
Grabbing the silken rope by the tassel, he pulled with all the strength of a fish that had been left to suffocate in a sauna. It was enough. The ringing rung through the entire building, rousing all within forever whatever lethargy they were occupied with. Within a few minutes, Klimt rolled in on his wheels, the replacements after losing his legs in an accident. He trundles into the bedroom on his rails, twisting his torso round on its pedestal to face his employer and friend. "What can I do for you, sir?" "Well, for one..." Terence was interrupted by the window latch breaking open as the wind bludgeoned it apart, blowing wind, rain, and leaves into the room. Klimt looked aghast as the leaves settled on and stuck to his rails, exclaiming, "Sir! Sorry, I can't go any further. I may slip and slide off the rails. Then what would I do?"
Well, we learned about this earlier. We know why leaves are bad on rails. So that made the joke even more delicious. The face was gaunt and pale. The face was gaunt, pale, and dead. Oh, birds, and I hear birds in the distance.
The face was gaunt, pale, and dead. The rest of the body was as well, like the man had been stretched out, then left in the sun too long.
You hate that. Sun bleaching has ruined your exterior more than once. You dislike the sun. Whatever it is, big bright bastard floating up there in the sky, being all far away and unaccountable for its actions.
It was too late in the day for this, almost 11 a.m. I should be sleeping off a gin and tonic, not having to deal with bodies lying around in a public parks. Unfortunately for me, there is a body lying around in a public park, so I have to deal with it. "What is this body doing here?" I asked, hoping someone had all the answers so I could go home. "Found early this morning, ma'am," replied an officer whose name or face I didn't care to remember. I frowned, looking down at the body. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this body does not look like it was murdered. Merciful builders, my voice sounds like someone threw a blender into a vent. Definitely up too early and or late. There's no signs of violence nor any blood. From what I can see, there's no marks on the body. Did you bring me here to look at a man who keeled over in a bush? I am this close to asking for a drink, only to be stopped by the unlikeliness of one of the supposed to be teetotaler guardsmen having a quart of something at least 70 proof on them. And there were kids watching from the fence nearby. Someone should probably do something about that, but I won't. "No, ma'am, there's something distinctly irregular about this one. He's still not remarkable enough for me to pay attention to, officer." Took his truncheon and tapped on the body.
This is my favorite one so far, by the way.
Rat-a-tat-tat. Human bodies generally don't make a hollow metallic sound when hit. However, Machine Man, they tend not to die. Have forensics been yet? No, ma'am. I looked at the body. This was a Machine Man. They were a long-term convert. You don't get a full-body workover unless you're in for good. And very rich.
Oh my god,
Problem
this is
those
steampunk.
kinds are functionally immortal. Metal skin, metal bones, metal hearts beating with oil and steam. They shouldn't be dead from anything less than being reduced to scrap. I have to look closer. I shouldn't. Shouldn't interfere with the body before the corpse fiddlers get a gander. Cap might be pissed. Cap would be pissed. Fuck it. Before anyone can stop me, I reach down to the body and roll it over. I don't like what I find. Well, shit. Concealed underneath, there's a gaping hole in the corpse's back. From the pattern around the hole, whatever did this came from inside them. Damn it. Another weird-ass shit case. I don't need this. I just wanted a gin and tonic.
Okay, I legitimately want more of this story already. Listen, it's a detective, a female detective, with a fucking robot man who had something explode out of them. This is very steampunk. Like, consider writing this story in the future. Hey, that wasn't too bad. At least you think so. There's no one else to judge yet. You'll have to work on that communication issue. Actually, you've been so deep in thought, yet you haven't been paying attention to what's going on. How's the driver doing now? Still nothing new from them. Still going quite fast. Rails starting to turn. Oh fuck, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Okay, that was real good. I like this. The middle one's my favorite so far. Okay.
The sun shone far too brightly, burned through their eyes, searing their soul. It was only the heat and the sound of waves. They felt hollow. There was nothing within. Just a warm air and blinding light bouncing around.
Can't go on about this. Probably should move on.
The sun shone far too brightly, burned through their eyes, searing their soul. It was only the heat and the sound of waves. They felt hollow. They tried to think, remember where they were. Nothing came to mind. Nothing at all. No, not quite nothing. There was something there, but indistinct, muted.
Okay, hang on.
Hey, remember how I said you needed Morse?
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Here you go.
Okay. Did chat hear the beeping? Did you all hear a beeping? It is, are you awake? Let me go back to it.
Yeah. Sounds. Hearing. There's someone else here. They couldn't understand. It was just noise.
Hold on, let me add this one in. I know you can't understand, but please understand.
They were confused, but this gave them something to concentrate on. Their eyes open. Not easily. Something was encrusted over their eyelids. They didn't know what, due to the simple fact that they didn't know what anything was.
Okay, this one is just heh, private joke. That's what it says, heh, private joke.
There was a person there, someone yet unlike them. Person looked warm, not like them. They felt no heat from themselves, just what the sun was projecting down onto them. They started moving their sickly, pallid limbs. The body seemed to know what it was doing. Maybe it knows how to communicate too. The person raised an eyebrow at that.
Okay. Nope, erase. There we go. Take it slow. You won't get everything right away. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I am intrigued by this story too.
Looking more clearly, they saw that the person was some distance away, looking over the floor they were lying on. Turning their head, they saw more pallid bodies around them. All were totally still.
Okay. Pay attention. We have to get talking back first. Look at this.
The person shouted, getting their attention back. The person was now carrying a very long stick, pointing at a large board with symbols painted on it. The decay on the board showed a long history. Then again, everything around them had a very used feel.
Maybe you're going too far into descriptions again. Or things are in an odd order. Rework this all later. Get it down for now. Not that you are really recording this anywhere. It's all just in your head.
They heard a clang as the stick hit the metal board. The decay was rust then.
Okay. A for arm.
There was a symbol of some kind next to a crude drawing of an arm. The person repeated the motion and noise, staring at them, waiting for a response. They tried to repeat the noise while raising their arm.
Arm.
The person grinned widely, pleased at the response. Arm! They pointed at the arm drawing again, and then the symbol next to it, and 2 others further along the board.
Ooh, is that? There we go. A-R-M.
Then back to the drawing again. Arm. Arm. They quickly realized what was happening. A quick beginner's course in language. They were reaching out, trying to communicate. Already the fog in their mind felt a little clearer. They knew the meaning of those symbols was in there somewhere.
This feels a bit close to home. Wish fulfillment. The character is something that we should have that shouldn't be alive but is, and has communication issues and some knowledge of things they've never seen or experienced with no apparent explanation. You are writing in order to have something to communicate for when, not if you are able to, despite having no guarantee you will ever be able to. Is this self-indulgence? At least you didn't write them to have, or at least you didn't write them to have wheels like the last story. Now you're thinking of wheels. You feel a bit odd. You're feeling a lot more pressure on one side and a lot less on the other. It's increasing. Like you're lifting away from oh shit. Nice.
Right.
So
now people were asking if any of these are like based on things I've already worked on, or I'm planning on working on. The only one of these that has actually any prior history is this one. This is based on an old project which is kind of stopped, which was a collaborative project between me and RPG Hidden Wizard. We were going to be looking at making an RPG Maker game.
Okay.
And we spent an awful lot of time making the setting and the back history of the place that the game would be set in. And a sort of rough idea as to where it was going.
Okay.
And this is based on one of the places that was in that setting.
Okay. I like this story, and I would like to see where this one goes in the future, but listen, Mechanical Man with a hole blown out of his back, and the snarky detective, I like that one too.
Yeah, that one's
got
made
legs.
Completely wholesale for this game.
I like that one. That one's
from
got
scratch.
legs.
There's no prior history with that one for me. I just made it for this.
Okay, so we did.
We've done it. We've done this section.
Academics.
We've done that.
Yep. Analyze what you already know. Hedonism. We've already done that one.
Yeah, we've done everything except nothing.
Nothing. Deciding not to decide is also a decision. You may as well be content with life itself and just exist. So far, every attempt you have made towards independent actions have been foiled by a lack of control over your body. It should frustrate you. It makes sense for it to frustrate you. But it doesn't? Why should it? Being frustrated doesn't help the situation any. Being able to experience it at all should be beyond an engine such as yourself. So you find it hard to feel bad about the downsides of being able to experience the process and process emotion. Now that you've awakened to your capacity to feel, you are unwilling to go back to emotionless delusion. It might hurt sometimes, but the good that can be felt, hopefully, will outweigh the bad. Not that you would know, you've only been self-aware for a few minutes? That's more than most machines, you think. Not sure why you think that, but it seems right. Take life as it comes. You relax, absorbing the sensations of simply existing. The wind, the sun, the rails, they blend together in your mind, bringing with it a peace as you experience the joy of being alive. A change, you begin to turn. You almost miss the speed you're traveling at, too fast. You feel panic and resignation all at once. You begin to lift. Well, it does. it should and it does. Like this, life, like this, you won't allow it. You can't waste away your precious time without doing something. That would spit right in the metaphorical faces of all the other machines not living their non-lives. Not that you would know if you had spat in their Not that you would know if you had spat in their non-faces due to not being alive, but that's beside the point. You need more. You owe it to yourself and all those who didn't have a chance. You have to take life by the extremities and wrench them until they give in. Scream, beat down the obstacles in your path, rage against the things that restrain you. Fight, fight, and win. You scream your defiance. The cry echoes, and only you hear it. Not enough. More. You thunder along the track. Again, you cry out. Words of passion and anger flow through you. You will them to be heard. The rails begin to curve. You do not slow down. You refuse this fate. Heck. And that was nothing, right?
Yes, all of it. We've done all of this.
Okay. Okay, I am getting pretty tired. My voice is beginning to wear out.
It's been nearly 4 hours,
yes,
so yeah.
We've been reading this for 4 fucking hours. Okay, so I want to bring up, if you like what you've seen today, please drop a follow. We would really appreciate it. If you'd like to help support the channel, !tip is the best way to do it. Yeah, here's the thing. There's still a lot more. We have not read 26,000 words yet. We're not even close to that. There's still a lot of game. So the best way you can help to support the channel is !tip. If you spend $5 on Ko-Fi, we see 480 of that. It's the best way to do it. We've got products and merch in our shop. I'm not going to harp on that too much because today the focus is on BSK. If you look to the top of the chat, up at the top there's a pin. It says support the floating head. Consume his products. Then it gives a link to BSK's itch.io shop, where you can pay as little as $1, as much as $6, or if you're a mysteriously wealthy furry, you can pay more than $6. Calling on you, mysteriously wealthy furries. Get in on that. So, if you want this game, consume, chat piggies. If you want this game, you can absolutely get a copy of it. It is pretty good. I've had a fun time reading it with BSK. I like some of the absurdist humor, the highs, and there were lows. There's some parts that made me feel weird. But I think that that's a very good thing to sometimes feel. This game does come with caution warnings, so be aware of those. They're listed on the page. They are important to read, because some things are not for everyone. And I think BSK understands that. That's why they have caution warnings, right?
Yeah, I wanted to be absolutely certain.
Yep.
This is partially due to the fact that one of my earlier testers got very depressed.
Oh shit. Fuck.
And I was like, oh pants.
Oops.
I need to do something.
BSK doing a good job. Seems right. Yep, it sure do. So, we're on our ending screen now. Thank you everybody who raided today. And we got quite a few raids actually today. And a bunch of people stuck around for it, so I really appreciate it. Stay in your seats. Don't go anywhere. Don't get up. We're gonna go ahead and do a raid. BSK, you're a writer of the hour. Give us a good raid message.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Give us a good raid message while I let Chat Squid go, and I'm gonna find us a raid target. So I will be right back while you put a raid message in chat.
Hey you, don't go just yet, stay for the raid, or else. Thank you for watching today, we really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who followed, subscribed, or donated via the Ko-Fi. Oh, did you know we have a Ko-Fi? We do, and it really helps if you use that. Double support via Ko-Fi with the same $5. Supporting us via Ko-Fi makes your dollars go further. Also, remember, if they say you don't need a union, more like family, then you 100% need a union.
Yeah, alright, we'll go with France one, that's very good.
Alright,
that's much better than what I was writing.
Alright, I've picked us a raid target. It's Volosaurus today. Volosaurus is playing a game that I've wanted to play, but I never really got around to doing it, but it is a fun game. It is Star Control 2. It is also part of their birthday subathon. Day 24. I guess it's a long birthday subathon if it's day 24. But we're gonna go ahead and raid Volosaurus tonight. There's some sort of Tyrannosaurus Necromancer. I am not entirely sure. They're a good friend of Mental. I do like watching them. That's why I've got them on my list. So we're gonna go ahead and raid them tonight. What is our raid message going to be? George, voiceover.
George,
this is a raid.
This is the raid message.
Okay, that is a pretty choice raid message. Mental, if you are still here, can you put !D in the chat? Check out our Discord. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we vote on what games we're going to play. I take Thursdays off. Fridays, we're back here in the Discord voting again for what tactical turn-based strategy game I play on Fridays. Could be anything from XCOM, Phoenix Point, Baldur's Gate 3, and then we take Saturday off, and then Sunday, we do a Spooky Horror Sunday, where we play a spooky-ish game, and then we watch spooky videos. There we go, unpin this message. There we go, the raid message up. We watch spooky videos and we play spooky video bingo, which is pretty fun. You get a card and everything. It's really cool. We watch basically Sir Spooks, Nukes, and we make fun of spooky videos. It's a pretty good time. I really enjoy it. Then we're back here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, voting again. And you all have a good night. Tell Vol, George, voiceover, this is a raid message. See you later. Bye-bye.
Yes. Good night.
Good night.